And to brighten your day, I've just placed on your desk 2 humorous fillers, one of which will be loused up by Ted on the 6 o'clock news.
Oh, thank you, Murray. They're my favorite part. Uh-huh. We'll use this one.
What's the matter with that one?
I don't know, Murray. I just don't believe it. I mean, in the first place, how would you get an elephant into an elevator? And in the second place, I just don't believe a real nun would carry a whip.
Hi, Mary.
Morning.
Murray, what do you like on Sunday? The Rams or Denver?
What's the point spread?
Oh, my bookie's got the Rams a 14-point favorite. I think I'll put $50 on the Rams.
Well, Mr. Grant, if you only want to bet $50, I'll bet with you.
Mary, when I say $50, I don't mean 50 cents. That's just betting slang. You see, with real gamblers, $1 means $100. A nickel is 500, and a dime is 1,000. You understand?
Not only do I understand, Mr. Grant, I think it's adorable.
Anyway, what do you think about the Rams?
Well, that's a lot of points, but they really played great in the preseason games.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Hey, football chatter, huh? I love it when you guys do this.
Now, what about Washington and the Giants?
Can I play too?
What?
Please, haven't you noticed we've been hanging around the newsroom every time you guys talk about this stuff?
You noticed him?
No. I've trained myself not to see him.
Well, I've been waiting for you to say, come on, Ted, talk football with us.
Dad, is there something else you can do?
Yeah, that's just the point. Nobody seems to care. I have nothing to do. Never have anything to do. I'm in here at 9 o'clock, punctual as a church mouse.
Quiet as a church mouse.
Well, I'm not noisy either.
Ted, I'm figuring out how to bet real money. I gotta concentrate.
Please, let me be part of this.
Ted!
All right, Lou, even if you won't let me, I just want you to know I'm grateful for the few minutes you've already given me. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, Murray. Now I'll go stare at my wall.
All right, you can stay. So I go with Washington, but I gotta give 16 points.
Gotta give 16 points. What does it mean to give 16 points?
Excuse me, Lou. I think I'll go stare at Ted's wall.
Murray. Oh, Lou, let him go. You'll see. I'm much better to play football betting with. Just tell me, what does it mean to give 16 points?
You wouldn't understand, Ted.
Why wouldn't I understand, Lou? Because I'm too dumb. Is that what you think?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong, Lou. People have been making that mistake about me all my life, even as a kid. The other kids wouldn't let me play games with them because they think I wouldn't understand the rules. So they wouldn't let me play Monopoly with them or chess or hide-and-go-seek. Well, I'm tired of people thinking I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I know how to play hide-and-go-seek. I know how to play chess, too, except for those pieces that look like horses. I'm not dumb, and I don't like people treating me like I am.
All right, I'll explain it to you. Thanks. All right. Now, this is the betting line I get from my bookie every week.
Go slow. I want to understand this.
Yeah. It tells you what team is favored and by how many points. Now, in the Washington Giants game, Washington is favored by 16 points.
Uh-huh.
So say you bet Washington. That means if Washington wins by more than 16 points, you win.
Aha.
But if they win by less than 16 points, you lose.
Aha, aha.
You understand?
No.
Yeah.
Here's the lead story you wanted to see.
Oh, thanks.
You didn't have a good day yesterday, did you?
I lost all 3 games. I never should have bet Washington. A little voice in the back of my head kept saying, don't bet Washington, don't bet Washington.
So why did you bet Washington?
Because a voice in front of my head said, dummy, you gonna listen to a voice in your head?
Yeah, we had an unlucky day, didn't we?
What do you mean, we?
No, you know how I love to gamble, but since I promised Marie I wouldn't, I get my kicks watching you. I mean, when you win, I'm happy. And when you lose, I'm twice as happy because it wasn't me.
Hi, Lou. Lost $150 yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, Ted. Murray, who do you like next Sunday, Denver or Pittsburgh?
Well, I won $180.
You want $180 on football?
That's right. Bet 6 games at $90 a game, won 4, lost 2. See, here are my bets.
You bet all these teams?
Of course. See, once you explained that point thing to me, I got to thinking. They're all professional teams, right? I mean, anything can happen in football, so I invented this system. I bet the underdog in every game the bookie gave 11 points or more. Very scientific system.
Well, why did you pick 11?
It's my lucky number.
You're telling us that you actually gambled all that money yesterday?
That's right.
Who'd you bet with?
Myself?
Yourself.
Sure, I just put it on paper.
Well, Ted, if you were just making imaginary bets, how come you only bet $90? Why didn't you bet 100?
Oh, I'd have been too nervous to enjoy the game.
Mary, could you come in here for a minute?
That's a great idea, Ted betting with himself. And if he doesn't pay, he can hire someone to beat himself up.
Yes, Mr. Grant.
Look, Mary, could you do a personal favor for me and cash this check for me at the bank? I kind of took a beating in the football games yesterday, and I got to pay the guy this afternoon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Grant, you know, I'm kind of curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you gamble?
What do you mean?
Well, look, I'm not going to say the obvious things that people always say, you know, about how only suckers gamble. How you can't possibly win because the odds are stacked against you. How gambling is really another form of addiction. Because I'm sure an intelligent person like you must have a very good and compelling reason to do it. And I'm sure that once I hear it, I'll say to myself, well, you silly goose, why didn't you think of that yourself?
Look, Mary, if you don't want to go to the bank for me, just say so.
No, I didn't say that. I just wondered why you gamble. You know, I just really like to know.
All right. You want to know why I gamble? I'll tell you. Because it's fun. Look, I can get anybody to go to the bank for
No,
me.
Mr. Grant, I didn't say I wouldn't go. I just wondered why you put yourself through this agony week after week.
Because I'm having a good time.
Touchdown! Another great day for the system. 1-6, lost 2. That means after 5 weeks of betting, Ted Baxter has won $2,200.
Ted, it's not real money.
Well, it's still better than nothing.
I wonder how Lou made out yesterday.
Hi, Lou.
All right, Ted. Let's get something straight. I don't want to hear about the system. I don't want to hear how much the system bet. I don't want to hear how much the system won. In fact, I don't want to hear anything at all about you and your dumb paper bets. Is that clear?
Sure, Lou. Anything you say. Lou doesn't want to hear that the system's ahead $2,200. It's okay with me.
Listen, Ted. If you're so sure of this dumb system of yours, why don't you put some real money on it?
Well, it so happens I've been thinking of betting some real money.
You're going to bet some real money?
That's all right. I just may do so this week.
Okay, Ted, I'm going to call my bookie right now. And if he's open for business... Hello, Al? Lou Grant. Yeah, Listen, I got a friend of mine here, and he'd like a little action. Yeah, his name is Ted Baxter. And here he is.
Hello, Al. Can you talk? Hey, are you really a bookie? Gee, I never talked to a real crook before. Hello, he wants to talk to you again.
Yeah? No, it's not a joke.
Oh, again, it's me again, Al. Listen, you got the line in front of you? Well, I want you to do me a favor. How many games are there with an 11-point spread? 7 games, huh? No, I don't have to know who's playing. Listen, here's what you can do for me. I want to bet $1 on the underdog of each of those games. Right? Okay. Hey, nice doing business with you, Al. You satisfied?
Yeah, Ted, I'm satisfied.
Okay, Fred.
Ted, wasn't that an awful lot of money to bet?
Oh, sure, but what the heck? I can afford to risk $7.
Oh, wait, Ted. There's something I think you don't know. See, as Mr. Grant explained it to me, bookies have their own kind of language, you know, and when you say you want to bet a nickel, that means $500. When you say you want to bet a dime, that means $1,000, and when you say $1, that...
$10,000!
$1 means $100.
Oh. 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 Oh, boy, is that a relief. Oh, thanks, Mary. I bet $700!
Can you believe it? Ted made $500 on that dumb system of his. He won 6 out of 7 of his bets yesterday.
6 out of 7 bets.
Yeah.
What did he say about the one he lost?
He took it very well. He just looked up to heaven and said, "That's okay. Nobody's perfect."
Mr. Grant, have you gone over the budget? The station manager was supposed to have it Friday.
Soon, Mary, soon.
Yeah, well, that's what you said a couple of hours ago.
Well, now I'm confirming it.
Hey, look, guys. I just met Al the bookie in that bar you sent me to. He paid me off in $100 bills. He calls them Benjis. Get it? For Benjamin Franklin? 5 new crisp Benjis. I've already made my bets for next week. What are you going to do, Lou?
I don't know, Ted.
Come in with me, Lou. We'll be partners in the system.
Ted, will you leave me alone?
You're prejudiced, Lou. You know what? That's what you are. I mean, if Murray thought of the system, or Mary thought of the system, or Malcolm Greblev thought of the system, you'd be thrilled to go in on it.
Malcolm Glebler, who's that?
A total stranger.
Mr. Grant, I just ran into the station manager, and he really wants that budget.
Yeah, Mary, I'm busy.
Hey, Lou, look, why don't you go in with Ted for 1 week? I mean, what do you got to lose?
Come on, Lou.
Well, I guess I can't do any worse than I've been doing. All right, Ted.
Great. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
Here are the system's bets for next week.
Mr. Grant, the teletype machine...
Mary, I'm busy. All right, Ted, bet whatever you want. I'm in for half.
Okay.
Mr. Grant, come into your office. Sit down, please.
This better be important.
Do you know you're a wizard?
Was that it?
I mean it, really. Only a wizard could make me feel that I am intruding because I want to discuss news in the newsroom.
No, Mary, you're not intruding at all.
Mr. Grant, these bets are becoming an obsession with you. And I realize it's none of my business, except that it's getting really hard to get any work done around here.
Are you jingling?
What?
Are you wearing bells on any part of your body?
I have them on my belt. And that's all I am going to discuss about it, Mr. Grant, because that's a tactic of yours to try to change the subject and make me feel awkward about something ridiculous.
Like bells, Mary?
Mr. Grant,
I apologize.
look, I don't
Now,
think
you're
that...
absolutely right in everything you said or will say. Now, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
Mr. Grant, I came in here to have a serious discussion.
Mary, I've already made your point for you. You don't want to belabor this, do you? I'm wrong.
Okay. I accept your apology. We all accept your apology.
We all?
Dancer, Prancer, all the gang.
All right, let's add $15 a week more for the remote crew. Yeah.
Hey, Lou. I picked up this week's winnings. I'll put it in the system's bank account this afternoon. 2 Benjis, 1 Ulysses, 3 Alexanders and 4 ABs. That's Lincoln.
Oh,
Thanks, Ted.
Isn't it wonderful? I'm not only making money, but I'm learning a lot about American history. Oh, by the way, Lou, I got the betting line in the playoffs. Looks like the system won't be able to make any more bets from here on in. There won't be any more spreads with over 11 points. But we'll do it again next year. It's such a wonderful thing we're doing.
Ted, don't make it sound so noble.
Well, it is noble, Mary. Do you know who's behind gambling? Organized crime. That's who.
And that makes it noble?
Of course. If I keep on making this kind of money, I'll bring the syndicate to its knees. As long as we do something to stop crime in this country, I'm going to keep on betting and winning. As long as there's a breath of life left in it.
My bookie's not part of any mob. He's a men's room attendant. When he loses, he just cuts down on supplies. So all Ted's doing is just driving a lot of men out into the streets with wet hands.
Anything wrong?
Anything wrong? I'm not sure.
If you're not sure, there's probably something wrong.
I don't know. Suddenly I just feel a little depressed. You want to go to lunch with me?
Sure. Wait a minute. I know it'll cheer you up. It is such a gorgeous day outside. I mean, it's really nippy. What do you say, instead of going to some stuffy restaurant, you and I go over to the rink, rent a couple of skates, and skate the lunch hour away?
I've never done that on my lunch hour. And I never will.
The stuffy...
Right. I hope you don't mind my taking you here instead of skating.
No.
Look, if you want some exercise, they got some pinball machines over there.
Hey, Mr. Grant, are you aware that you were pretty unhappy when you were losing money, and now that you're winning money with Ted's system, you're still pretty unhappy?
Right, and I'm not quite sure why.
Let me tell you a little story. Maybe it's a good analogy. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it'll make you feel better. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll tell it well.
Mary.
When I was in high school, I used to love to go to the football games. You know, I'd sit up in the stands and I'd cheer old Roseburg High on. And then the next year...
You started betting and you lost your shirt?
No. I became a pom-pom girl.
Why you stop?
Well, I just thought you might want to make a sarcastic remark about my having been a pom-pom girl.
No, Mary. I'm surprised when your stories aren't about you being a pom-pom girl.
Okay, now I can go on. Well, the thing is, Mr. Grant, I used to get out there on the field with these 2 big yellow pom-poms.
Hey, wait. I have a question. Do you call one pom-pom a pom and the 2 of them pom-poms?
No, one is a pom-pom.
Then why aren't the 2 of them called pom-pom-pom-poms?
Well, now, of course, the whole point of my story is going to be lost.
Go ahead.
Okay, the point is, these were very regimented routines. And I found that my cheering became mechanical, you know, because it was controlled by somebody else. All the fun went out of it for me.
Mary, you spent a good part of our lunch hour warning me against ever becoming a pom-pom girl.
Mr. Grant, the thing is that even though Ted is winning money for you, you're not having the fun of doing it yourself.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I got to think about that.
Good.
Yeah.
Listen, I got to get back to the office. I have to make up tonight's lineup.
All right, you go ahead. I want to talk to a guy here. Hey, Al. Wait a minute. You got dessert coming.
What do they have?
You got a choice, ice cream or a cigar.
Pass.
All right,
Hiya, Lou.
sit down.
Say, Lou, could you do me a favor?
What?
From now on, could you pick up your winnings instead of that guy Baxter? Every time I pay him off, he giggles. I don't like losing to a guy who giggles and then says to me, the weed of crime bears bitter fruit.
Al, he thinks you're a part of the mob.
What's that about the mob, Lou? I'm not in the mob. I'm in the John. So what are you doing with all that money you're winning?
Well, at this moment, it's in the bank.
Gee, with the state the economy is in, you're taking a big gamble.
A beautiful spiral being held up by the wind. Fair catch, Jones at his own 39. And there's the 2-minute warning.
There's a 2-minute warning. Looks like that's the ball game, Lou.
What are you talking about? They're only 12 points behind. They still got a chance. Anything can happen.
Well, I agree with Andy. I think the game's over.
Thanks for inviting us over, Mary. It was a wonderful brunch.
Oh, thank you.
I couldn't have enjoyed the football game more if I'd understood it. I'll just get ready, Teddy. He hates it when I rhyme something with his name. Sometimes I say, steady, Teddy. Or, how's your cousin Eddie, Teddy? But the one he hates most is, have some spaghetti, Teddy.
She only does that because she knows I can't get back at her. I mean, nothing rhymes with Georgette.
You bet.
Lou, if you didn't bet on the game, what are you so nervous about?
I bet it. Come on, Pittsburgh!
You bet a lot?
Everything. $2,000. I took all the money Ted and I made this year and bet it.
Well, Ted sure is taking it calmly.
I'll say.
Ted doesn't know.
Mr. Grant, that's terrible. You bet his money without asking him?
I had to, Mary. I had to prove to myself that I was as good as Ted's sister. And it's going to be okay, just as long as Pittsburgh scores 12 points in the next 26 seconds.
Well, yeah, that's easy enough. That's less than a point every 2 seconds. Come on, Pittsburgh! Come on, kill him!
Hey, Mary, relax. It's only a football game.
Shut up, Ted! Come on, Pittsburgh! Which one is Pittsburgh?
They're the ones who just congratulated the winners.
Hey, so what, Lou? I mean, what does it matter whether they won or lost as long as we didn't bet the game?
Ted, I'm going to tell you something.
No, not in my house. No, I had nothing to do with this, and you're going to tell him this thing in my house?
Why don't you take him out on the balcony and tell him?
No, I can just tell him here. Mary, sit down. Ted,
Yeah, Lou?
that $2,000 we made on football this year, I bet it all on the Super Bowl and we lost, and it's as simple as that.
Murray's right. Maybe it's better you break it to me on the balcony. Excuse us. How long do you think you'll stay out there, Georgette?
You have to understand, sometimes a man just needs to be alone.
With Ted, very often it's not his choice.
I told him I'd find a way to pay him back.
Mary, come in. Hi.
Hi. Mary, do you mind if I come in here and cool off for a minute? Lars and I just had an argument.
Yeah, sure. Would you like some lunch?
No, thank you.
What happened?
I was sitting on the couch reading. Lars came over to me, put his arm around me, and said, "Darling, don't you think maybe it might be a good idea, in view of the high cost of living, if you try to keep your spending down a little?" I turned to him and said, Darling, why don't you go suck an egg? And that's when Lars started the argument.
Yeah, he always was a kind of a hothead.
He actually had the temerity to suggest that I start living within a budget. What does he expect? When you write down every $100 I spend?
You sure you don't want something to eat?
No, I'm too upset to eat.
Bill, it's not that bad living on a budget. You know, a lot of people do it.
Not me, Mary. To me, spending money is part of living beautifully. It's an art. Now, maybe there are some people who can live their lives within the restrictions of a budget, but for me, it would be like trying to make love in a straitjacket.
Hey, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Mary.
Phyllis, it's not bad living on a budget. I've been doing it for a long time. It's really easy. Come here, I'll show you. Come here. Phyllis, come on. Here. Now look, here's what we have. My monthly take-home pay after deductions, $680. Here's my rent. Here's what I allow myself for food, clothing, laundry.
Wait a minute, Mary. You've written down $100 a month for clothes.
Yeah.
Now, suppose you go to Hempel's and you see this marvelous coat meant just for you, but it costs $249.50. What do you do?
Well, I don't buy it.
Oh, come on, Mary. Be serious. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'd save up for it over a period of months, and then if I couldn't manage it, Phil, I just wouldn't buy it. That's it.
You don't understand, Mary. This is a beautiful beige camel hair coat with leather trim, and it fits like a dream.
I still wouldn't buy it, Phil.
Mary, it's a designer original, and it's been reduced from $835.
All right, I'll take it. Phil, why don't you try living on a budget just for a month? It really works.
No wonder it works. You only put down $145 a month for rent.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
No, it isn't. They've raised it to $175 a month.
Since when?
Last month, didn't I tell you?
No!
Oh, then the joke's on me.
$175 a month?
Well, it looks like we're in the same boat, eh, Mary? Oh, it's my fault. I could have married into money, and I don't just mean money, Mary. I mean real money. One of the DuPonts, Mary. You know which DuPonts I mean?
$175 a month.
The Better Living Through Chemistry DuPonts. This was a third cousin. They had a place next to ours on Cape Cod when I was in college. How he would have given anything to marry me. But I didn't love him. So I didn't ask him.
Come in.
Mr. Grant, could I see you for a minute?
Sure. What's up?
Well, Mr. Grant, last month when you made me a producer, you gave me a $20 a week raise, and...
All right.
Well, I suppose if I came in now and asked for another raise, you'd tell me to go jump in the lake, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, I might tell you to go jump in the lake. On the other hand, I just might give it to you. There's only one way for you to find out, Mary, and that's to ask.
Well, I did feel a little awkward about coming in here.
Mary, you should always say what's on your mind.
All right. Well, that $20 a week raise that you gave me amounts to about an 8% increase, you see. But the cost of living has gone up 9.3%, which means that I am actually earning less this year than I did the year before. On top of which, my rent has been raised $30 a month. And I just feel that in view of the fact that I'm now a producer, I have additional responsibilities and duties, that it's not unreasonable for me to ask for more money. So, Mr. Grant, could I please have a raise?
Mary, go jump in the lake. Look, we're over budget as it is. Maybe in a couple of months, maybe the cost of living will go down, you know? Maybe you'll come up with better reasons.
What's wrong?
Oh, well, I just asked Mr. Grant for a raise, and he told me to go jump in the lake. Bummer. I just don't know how I'm going to make ends meet. And I certainly don't know how you and Marie do it with 4 kids.
Well, it's not so bad. We get by. Marie has started canning fruit. The girls have started making their own clothes. My son has a paper route. And last night, I held up a liquor store.
I just wish I understood more about economics. You know, maybe then I'd understand where all my money is going.
Oh, nobody understands.
I understand. You know who's got all the money today? The Japanese. They're taking over. Nice people, but everywhere you go, you see them with their little cameras taking pictures of all the buildings they're going to buy next. You know how they got all that money? While we were busy fighting World War II, they stayed home and made millions.
Come in. Hi, Bess.
Is it all right if I visit? Lars and Phyllis are having a fight, and they asked me to leave so it wouldn't scar my childhood.
Yeah, sure. Can I get you something?
No, thanks. I don't think this fight can last long.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's already been going on for 6 hours, and Lars always fades in the last couple of rounds. Phyllis is mad because Lars just cut off her charge accounts.
Hi.
So, what are you kids up to?
Well, you certainly seem to be in a good mood.
Well, Lars and I finally talked the whole thing out, and I feel much better. He gave me his point of view, and I gave him a knee in the stomach.
You did.
No, I didn't. I love him too much for that. But I pictured doing it. Even that made me feel better. Mary, I can't believe it. We're broke.
Phyllis, come on, how can you be broke? What about your stocks, your investments?
Stocks were all bought on Borders.
Margin.
Margin.
Our Walt Disney stock is down to 25.
Isn't that a comment on our society? Disney, down to 25. Disney, who's given us Mickey Mouse, Bambi, Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Helen Hayes.
Our Polaroid went from 88 to 14 in 6 months.
Well, what do they expect, the dummies? Getting that Sir Laurence Olivier to do those commercials, they could have saved a fortune, gotten Durward Kirby. Come on, Bess.
Phyllis, you can't possibly be broke. I mean, look, Lawrence still has his practice.
Business has been terrible lately. In a recession, dermatologists are the first ones to get hit. If people need brain surgery, no matter how trivial. They find the money somehow. But if people get a rash, they just scratch till times get better.
Hello, news people. Have I got a scoop for you? I have just been selected Woman of the Year by the local ladies chapter of the Elks Club.
Good.
Thank you very much. As soon as I heard, I rushed up here to tell you I knew you'd want to put it on tonight's news. I mean, a member of your own station getting a major award like this. I knew you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't come to you with the story first. So, Lou, I assume there's still plenty of time to get it on tonight's newscast.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time.
You are going to use the story, aren't you, Lou?
Well, I'll tell you, Sue Ann. I don't handle that anymore. That's the producer's job.
Mary. Well, I'm sure Mary won't want to turn down a terrific exclusive like this. Will you, Mary?
Well, Sue Ann, it's just that there are so many big stories breaking today. You know, I wouldn't know which one to bump.
Yeah, I mean, we sure hate to lose the one about the two-headed chicken.
Right.
I understand. You probably need more time to think about it.
Right. Time. What you think?
Of course, there's no hurry. I don't want you to feel you're under any pressure whatsoever. You take all the time you want. I won't come back until I finish what I'm cooking. Minute rice.
You're not seriously thinking of using that Sue Ann story, are you?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Grant. It is my decision, isn't it?
This is a news show, Mary, and I don't want any publicity puffs on it, and I don't care who they're for. And I want you to tell Sue Ann, if she ever comes around here again asking for a silly plug like that, I'm going to throw her out of the office.
Well, why didn't you tell her that yourself?
I'm scared of her.
Mary,
Hi, Phil.
sorry to butt in like this, but I had to tell you. Murray, you'll be interested in this. I, Phyllis Lindstrom, have decided to get a job.
Phyllis, that's sensational news.
Yeah, but somehow I don't think it's going to bump the two-headed chicken either.
Aren't you impressed, Murray?
Well, sure I am, Phyllis, but you've had jobs before.
Ah, but that was different. That was in order to make better use of my God-given talents, to fulfill myself as a human being. Now, all I want is the bread. So, here I am out looking for work. Lou, I just wondered, are there any jobs open on your show? I'll take anything. I don't care how low or menial it is. How about Mary's old job?
Phil, Mary has Mary's old job. Listen, what about that real estate office you worked in last year? Why don't you go back there?
People don't buy houses in a recession, Mary. The Lakeview Real Estate Agency is a Japanese restaurant.
I told you.
What about Chuckles the Clown? I saw him in the elevator. Are there any jobs on his show?
Well, I heard they need a new Wanda Wishbone, but I don't know if you got the right legs for it.
Wanda Wishbone.
Yeah, two kids come out of the audience, and each one of them pull on a leg. The winner gets a bicycle.
How do they decide who the winner is?
I don't know. But they have to hire a new Wanda for every show.
Mary, can I see you a second?
Have Phyllis and Sue Ann met since the time that Sue Ann had the affair with Phyllis's husband?
No.
Didn't she threaten to rip Sue Ann's face off the next time she saw her?
Yeah.
Well, you better get Phyllis out of here fast. I just passed her. She's on her way out.
Uh-huh. Phil, listen, why don't you and I go downstairs and get a cup of coffee, huh?
Sue Ann. Tell me, are there any jobs on your show?
Come in. Please, have a seat. I'm Helen Farrell.
Oh, you're a woman.
That's right.
I'm so glad. I was afraid you might be a man. But I know that as a woman, a sister, as it were, you'll be more compassionate, understanding, sympathetic.
Honey, it's been a long day. Don't bust my chops. Okay? Full name.
Phyllis Lindstrom.
What sort of job you looking for?
Well, something interesting. A position of authority that pays extremely well, but would still leave me plenty of free time.
Have you considered running for vice president? Have any special skills?
Of course.
All right. Computer training?
No.
Typing?
No.
Shorthand?
No.
Can you operate a switchboard?
No.
What are your special skills?
Well, I have an uncanny knack of choosing the right wine for dinner.
That certainly narrows things down. Well, why don't we take a look and see what we've got, Mrs. Winston, Okay. Oh, here's one. Must have come in while I was out to lunch. Bright, charming, intelligent woman for assistant to president of public relations firm. No experience necessary. Expense account plus $15,000 a year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mr. Greshner, I have a bright, charming, intelligent woman who'd like to apply for that job. Oh, good. She'll be right over. Her name, Helen Farrell.
Well, that's terrific, Sue Ann. You being voted Woman of the Year.
Thank you, Ted.
Mayor, I sure hope we're doing a story on Sue Ann's award.
Well, Ted, I already told Sue Ann that there's no room for that story. We're spending a lot of time on Kissinger's trip to the Mideast.
Kissinger? Why are you doing a story about someone we don't even know? Come on, Mayor.
I'm sorry, Ted. The answer is no.
Well, what would the answer be if I told you I was threatening to quit unless that story were put on?
No and goodbye.
No? Sorry, Sue Ann, I tried.
I know you did, Ted, and I appreciate it. You're a good friend. Now, can I have my $50 back? Hi.
Oh, hiya, Phyllis.
Hi, Phil.
Newsroom.
Any luck with the job?
Yes, and all of it abominable.
Oh, no. Mary, the film on the fire downtown got here too late for tonight's show.
Oh, terrific. The biggest fire in 10 years and we don't have any film?
Maybe we should send an artist down to draw it.
Oh. I'm sure you want to hear everything that happened.
All right, look, Mer, we still have 20 minutes. See if you can get a remote truck downtown. We'll do it live.
Right.
Mary, I went to 6 different employment agencies. Always it was the same story. I have no training. I have no skills. I have nothing to contribute to society.
Of course you have. It's a chemical factory. Oh, boy, that must be some fire.
Anybody hurt?
No, but they evacuated 5 city blocks.
Ooh.
I'm a mere frill, a decoration, a boutonniere on the lapel of the universe. Throw me in the gutter and no one would even notice I was missing.
Okay, good. The crew's on its way.
All right, I'll see if I can get a reporter to meet him.
I'm absolutely useless. According to Darwin, I should have been extinct 1,000,000 years ago.
Oh, don't listen to him.
Hello, Frank. It's Mary. Listen, I want you to meet the remote crew downtown at the fire. We're going to go live. Right. Okay, Murr will open with the fire, then we'll do Kissinger, then the bus strike, and the armed robbery.
How lucky you are. Insulated from reality here in the fantasy world of television.
Hey, Murr, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we should dump the robbery and extend the fire.
Mary, will you listen to me? Your dearest friend is spilling her guts up. You please listen.
Phil, I'm so sorry. So, any luck with the job?
Hi, Aunt Mary.
Hi, Bess. Is your mother home?
She just woke up.
Oh, I haven't seen her in a couple of days. I just wondered how she was. Did she get a job?
No, and she's really been trying hard, too.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. She was offered one job, a receptionist at a funeral home. But she said she'd starve before she'd wear black every day. I gotta go to the library. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. You all right?
I suppose so.
Oh, Phil, come on. I hate to see you like this. You are really taking this money thing too hard.
It isn't the money thing, Mary. Even if I don't get a job, I know we'll get by. We'll just have to make sacrifices like everyone else.
Of
Instead of
course.
2 cars, we'll get by with 1 car. Lars can take the bus to work. No, Mary, money isn't the problem. You know what's really depressing me? You.
Me?
Remember when you came here 5 years ago? You were a lost little lamb jilted by your fiancé. A single girl, alone and unwanted in a cold, heartless city. And I was a secure, confident married woman. Every time I saw you, I felt sorry for you. It was wonderful. But now the the tables are turned, it's you who feel superior to me.
Oh, Phyllis, come on. I don't feel superior.
Of course you do. This is the era of the single girl. Free, independent, self-sufficient.
Oh, Phil, come on. Being single is not all that great. There's good, but there's bad, too. There's loneliness.
Loneliness. Ha ha ha. You don't know what loneliness is till you get into bed with Lars.
Phil, all right, it's a little rough right now, but you've got people who love you. You got a husband who's there when you need him?
I suppose so. I remember when I gave birth to Bess, Lars even stayed in the delivery room with me. Of course, after a while, the screaming got so bad the doctor had to slap his face and throw him out. But admit it, Mary. You wouldn't dream of trading your life for mine. You've got a terrific life.
Phyllis, I told you my life is not that terrific.
Are you saying you would trade your life for mine?
Well...
Would you? Be honest.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Phyllis, no, I wouldn't trade my life for yours.
It's a lousy thing to say.
Oh, Phyllis, nobody would trade their life for somebody else's. Would you trade your life for mine?
Would I trade my life for yours? Oh, getting up at 7 o'clock every morning. Catering to the whims of my boss day in and day out. Fending off the grubby advances of my dates. And praying desperately I'll meet somebody I'll really care about. Would I trade my life for yours? No. I wouldn't. Mary. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, you're all depressed and feeling rotten about your life now, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm not feeling rotten.
Just like old times. Isn't it wonderful?
Did you hear any more from Lou about your raise?
No, and to tell you the truth, I'm a little afraid to ask again.
Afraid?
Well, I suppose you're not.
That's right, that's right. In fact, I've been thinking of going in there and asking Lou for a cost of living increase myself.
Well, why don't you go in there and do that?
All right. And I'm going to get that raise, too. You know why I'm going to get that raise?
Because I just figured out how to handle Lou. I'm not going to ask him for a raise. I'm going to demand it.
Okay, Mayor, heads or tails?
What are we deciding?
Which end Ted will land on when Lou throws him out of the office?
Thanks, Lou. Nice doing business with you. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello, here's your humorous filler for tonight.
I don't get this.
Never mind, I'll tell you something
No,
else.
explain it to me. I want to know. I want to understand. Explain it to me.
Firemen are supposed to put out fires, but their building burned down.
Probably an accident. Oh, say, Lou. Lou, I'd like to talk to you about my blazer.
What about your blazer?
Well, don't you think it's about time I got a new one? Something in keeping with my personality?
Oh, sure, Ted. How about a white canvas one with long sleeves that buckle behind your back?
See, if you want anything around here, all you have to do is ask for it.
Seems like a good day to stay out of Lou's way.
Right.
Mary?
Yes, Mr. Grant.
I called you in here because I wanted to apologize for snarling at Ted. Tell Ted I'm sorry.
Well, why didn't you tell him?
I'm not that sorry. No, it's just that I'm in a lousy mood today. I was reading the paper this morning and saw something about a friend of mine in Detroit. That really made me mad. He was doing an article on some mobster, and somebody took a shot at him.
Oh, Oh, gee, that's terrible.
Yeah, why couldn't it have been me they shot at? Nobody ever shoots at me. There was a time when I was out there digging for news, too. I was one heck of a reporter. I was really good. Made Time magazine. Under press. Detroit's Grant. A taste for booze, a nose for news.
Well, listen, what you do here is pretty important, too, you know.
Yeah, all we do around here is just rip the news out of a wire service machine. In those days, I used to go out and get it for myself.
I bet you were some reporter, too.
You want to see something? You know what this is?
Well, it looks like an old, dusty, broken-down typewriter.
Yeah, but it's not just any old, dirty, broken-down, dusty typewriter. This is my grandfather's typewriter.
Was he a newsman, too?
No, a pharmacist. He banged out a lot of pill labels on this baby. I banged out a lot of exclusives on it, too. I ever tell you about the time they threatened to kill me?
Really?
I was working in Chicago. I was doing a story on racketeers in the nightclub business. And these two gorillas came up to me, and they said, Grant, drop the story, or tonight you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
What'd you do?
I dropped the story. I didn't want to sleep with no fishes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know. I printed the story. Boy, those were great days. I really felt I was doing something useful, something worthwhile. Now look at me. The only thing I got to do around here is pick out new blazers for Ted.
Well, Mr. Grant, if you miss reporting so much, why don't you do some? I mean, now that I'm producer of the news, you've got some spare time. Why don't you take advantage of it?
I'm just like this old typewriter here. My keys stick. My ribbons all faded. My insides are clogged with gook.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that's not true. A little oil, new ribbon, a couple of screws tightened, you'll both be good as new. Well, you'll be uncovering so much crime and corruption, your life won't be worth a plug nickel.
You really think so?
Who is it?
Lou and Charlie.
Ta-da! Oh, Mary.
Hi.
Have you been sleeping?
No. I must have just dozed off while lying in bed.
Gee, you know, we're sorry. It never occurred to us that you'd be asleep at 9:30.
Yeah, well, no, usually I'm not. I haven't been to bed by 9:30 in years. Usually I stay up, you know, during the week till 11:30 most of the time.
Gee, even on school nights? Maybe we ought to go, Lou.
No, come on, stay. I'll fix some coffee.
Mary, you won't believe what I've got in these folders. A guy over at Democratic Party headquarters gave me their files on campaign contributions in his whole area. Now, I'll bet you somewhere in here there's dynamite. All you gotta do is find it.
Me?
Yeah, I have to have them back there by midnight. Why don't you and Charlene go through them? There's another lead I want to follow up. I gotta meet this ex-con at a pool hall.
Why are you so excited?
You know how long it's been since I met an ex-con at a pool hall?
But listen, what exactly are we supposed to be looking for?
Just make a list of who gave what to whom, who got what from whom, and who did what for whom.
But, Mr. Grant...
Forget it, Mary. Just be thankful he doesn't want pictures of everybody getting it and doing it and giving it.
Okay. Let's hear what everybody's got. Mary.
Well, Mr. Grant, after 2 weeks, what I've gotten mostly is discouraged.
Me too.
I have never seen so many honest elections. Boy, it really makes you feel proud.
It's okay if I join you?
This doesn't concern you, Ted.
Oh.
Well, maybe you two haven't come up with anything, but good old-fashioned legwork paid off. I think I found our man right here.
Oh, I like him. He's perfect. Can I be the one to tell Teddy he's fired?
Never mind the jokes. This is Charles Hartney, councilman from the 17th Ward and quite possibly the next candidate for governor.
Why doesn't it concern me, Lou?
Because it's just for newsroom staff, Ted.
Oh.
Now, I did a lot of research, and this guy strikes me as the kind of subject we're looking for.
Well, I've never heard a word against Hartney.
And he's got an honest face. Oh, I know that sounds dumb. I mean, you can't tell a crook by his face, but this guy looks like, well, he's got the kind of face that people would look at and...
What are you saying, Murray?
I voted for him.
So did a lot of people. And I'll admit his record looks clean. But I've heard a couple of rumors.
I'm newsroom staff, so this does concern me.
Mind like a steel trap.
Are you guys planning a surprise party for me?
Ted, will you please get out of here?
Hey, I know that guy, Harkness, Hartley or something. He's a politician.
Should we invite him to the party?
Oh, no, you don't, Mary. You can't fool me. I don't know Hartley.
Ted, believe me, what we're doing here really doesn't concern you.
Yes, it does concern me, Lou. I want to know what's going on, or I tell.
Tell who?
Him.
Tell him what?
Why should I tell you?
All right. If you want to stay, stay. But this is top secret, so you be quiet.
I don't even remember being here. I think he means it.
What kind of rumors have you heard about Hartney?
Well, at this point, it's just innuendo, but I've got a newsman's hunch. Something smells funny to me about his campaign, and we're going to root it out.
Uh-huh.
We're going to dig deep. And the first thing that means is that we're subject to counterattack. We've got to be clean. So if any of us has anything in his background that could compromise our investigation, I want to know about it now.
Not me.
Murray.
Well, Lou, when I was in college, I belonged to this organization and was arrested once during this demonstration.
A left-wing riot?
No. A fraternity panty raid.
A panty raid.
And all I got was a pair of sweat socks.
Lou, I'm pretty clean. Unless you count swinging.
I do.
I'm clean.
Okay. So we go get the facts. A full-scale investigation. Now, that'll mean long hours, hard work. And I want to warn you, this is a rough game. It could mean threats, intimidation, maybe even physical violence.
Well, it's like you said, Lou. If it doesn't concern me, it doesn't concern me.
Mary, I'm expecting a visitor, an important one.
All right, I'll buzz you when he gets here. What's his name?
This kind of guy, you don't ask his name. He's what we call a source. He provides information for money. If anyone's got the goods on Hartney, he does.
You mean you're paying for information?
It's a last resort, Mary. I'm starting to get a little discouraged. For the past 3 weeks, I've checked out Hartney's income tax records, his campaign finance statements, his investments, and so far I haven't found one thing to write about. The first day I took out my old typewriter and I spent a half hour cleaning the keys. They're still clean.
I have to keep my keys clean. Otherwise, the E's start looking like O's. And before you know it, Ted's announcing that the cops have arrested a pooping Tom.
I'm looking for Lou Grant. My name is...
That's all right. I don't have to know.
Hiya, Jack.
Oh, good to see you, Lou. Look, I got the information you wanted. I added a one-page summary. Everything in a nutshell.
This is it, Mary, our $1 million story.
Oh, it's $25, Lou.
$25? That's all you want?
Oh, I didn't do it for money, Lou. I did it for old time's sake. And just enough money to cover the Xerox expenses.
Oh, hey, thanks, Jack. That's terrific of you. That's terrific. 25 bucks. Yeah. 25. I'm a little short. 8. Mary?
Yeah, I'll look.
You take a check?
Oh, yeah, you've been out of business a long time.
5.
5. That makes 13. Ted, have you got 12 bucks?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Murray!
What is it, Lou?
Give me 12 bucks, quick.
What is this, the educational channel?
Like I said, Jack, you're terrific.
Mr. Grant, what? What is it?
I kill myself investigating a politician. And who do I pick? A man who's totally honest. You want to hear the only black mark against this clown? Listen to this. In April 1965, he got a $2 parking ticket. His meter expired while he was delivering Easter baskets to an orphanage.
Mr. Grant?
Mary, I better be alone now. Believe me, you've never seen me like this, and I don't think anyone should.
I'm going in there.
Mary, don't. That's crazy.
I know. Did you buzz me?
I distinctly told you.
Grant, I'm coming in anyway. And don't be concerned about my not having seen you like this before. What's so different about the way you're behaving?
You want something different.
Well, that certainly was new. Do you think that you're going to be wanting to do that again?
No. I feel better.
Well, I've heard that letting it out really helps some people relieve their tensions. I don't think I probably ever could because...
Mary!
All right, chatting fast is my way of screaming.
Look, what is it you want from me? You want to give me a little pep talk, huh, Mary? A little pep talk?
Yes, I think I would like to do, yes.
Well, I don't think a pep talk's going to help.
I'll keep it short.
Good.
Cheer up.
That's it?
I really trimmed it down, Mr. Grant. Look, I just don't understand what's so awful that's happened.
I killed myself working 3 weeks on a documentary I can do, and you ask me what's happened that's so awful?
Why can't you do the documentary?
Because he's an honest man!
Well, what's so wrong about doing a documentary about an honest man?
Ah, Mary, that's stupid.
Mr. Grant, I don't think there's any reason to be calling names.
Mary, you're a dope.
Mr. Grant, name-calling isn't going to solve anything
Look,
here.
I told you not to come in here, didn't I? You can't do a show about an honest man. People don't want to see that sort of thing. Our job is to turn over flat rocks and show people the slimy things underneath.
Oh, so slimy.
Well, that's what life is.
I think people would love to see a documentary with good news in it. Anyway, you've spent all that money filming Harkney. You've already set aside an hour of airtime. Why not give it a try?
No, Mary. The answer is no.
Well, that's just stupid, Mr. Grant, and you're a dope.
Okay, you talked me into it.
Gee, I don't know why you're doing all this. None of this stuff seems all that dusty.
Because I'm nervous. I can't just sit around waiting.
What's to be nervous about? Lou's going to come back from editing, and either he's going to say, Mary, it's a good show, or Mary, you're fired.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I know it's easy for me to say, but what is the point of worrying, huh? I remember one time... Oh, you don't want to hear somebody else's dull story.
Yeah, sure I do. Maybe it'll distract me. Go.
Well, the point is, I was worried about a show once, too. I was playing Vegas and dating a lot. A friend of mine had fixed me up with Sinatra the night before, and I was dog-tired. My arrangements hadn't arrived, and I...
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, and we'd been out late. My arrangements hadn't arrived, and...
You went out with Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, we'd been out late the night before. My arrangements hadn't arrived.
You went out with Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, he was playing there, too. Anyway, my arrangements hadn't arrived, and so I had no chance to rehearse.
Blue Eyes?
Yeah.
What was he like?
Nice guy. So anyway, my arrangements didn't arrive. I got 3 hours before
Did you date him More than once?
I don't remember. Anyway, there I was. The show's about to open. It's a sellout crowd. I have no arrangements, no rehearsal, and my conductor is fogged in an airport in San
You
Francisco.
don't remember whether or not you dated Frank Sinatra more than once?
I don't know. It must have been 10 years ago. Well, the point is, my worrying turned out to be for nothing.
Hi.
I think we can relax. It looks good.
What?
The show.
Oh, Mr. Brand, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gonna watch it with us tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'd love to, but I gotta work. Oh, listen. There's a TV behind the bar. Why don't you both come and watch it with me?
Well, fine with me, Mary.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, great. We'll bring the whole gang. Come on, I'll double park.
Okay, terrific. See you then. Oh, and Mary, about Sinatra.
Yeah.
You know how some guys sort of get jealous about that sort of thing?
Yeah.
So please, don't say anything to Robert Redford.
Oh, hiya, Mary.
Oh, Murray, hi. Charlene McGuire, this is Murray Slaughter.
Murray.
Murray wrote tonight's show.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
No, it's no big deal. Nothing special. I mean, don't plan on being entertained or amused or thrilled or anything.
Murray. It's all right, Mary. I wish somebody had told me that about my second husband.
Anyway, I just wrote it. Actually, it was Mary's idea. She co-produced it.
Well, thank you. I just hope it works. I mean, I just hope people will be interested in seeing a normal, decent human being in a documentary. Although I don't know why not. I mean, that's what most people are.
I can see she's never been chased by the trombone section in a band bus.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Charlene, I'd like you to meet Ted Baxter.
Hi, Ted. I've heard a lot about you. You're legendary.
You chicks have some grapevine.
Hey, it's almost time for the show.
Tony, will you turn on to Channel 12?
Sure.
Listen, everybody, normally I play a set right now, but these are my friends, and they've done a television documentary, and we'd like to watch it. Of course, if any of you would like to watch it, too, you're...
Drinks are on me. You want another drink, Mary?
Oh, no, this one's fine.
I'm dedicating this show to you.
Good evening, this is Ted Baxter. Tonight we're going to examine the career of Councilman Charles Harkney. Right after this commercial message.
Gosh darn, that guy's good.
This is a nightmare, Ted in stereo.
What's on the tube?
It's a documentary. Portrait of a politician. I'll tell you what you missed. Good evening, this is Ted Baxter. Tonight we're going to examine the career of Councilman Harkney. And then they showed a picture of some guy taking a nap on a roll of toilet paper.
For the next 60 minutes, our cameras are going to tag along with the councilman and record everything he says and does. We'll watch him make his breakfast. We'll go with him as he drives to work. We'll watch him open his morning mail. And that's a day in the life of Councilman Harkney. This is Ted Baxter saying good night and good news.
I hope you're satisfied. We had a fire here once and more people stayed.
Harry, I don't believe it.
You've done the impossible. You've made Ted Baxter look dull.
Well, I'm leaving. The check taken care of, Lou?
No, it isn't, Ted.
That's okay, no rush.
Well, I thought it was terrific. I thought it was just terrific. In fact, I think it was more than terrific. I think it was terrific, and I am sure that everybody really loved that show. Really.
There were 20 people here. Not one of them stayed. The drunk at the bar watched for 2 minutes and then went home to his wife.
Yeah, and he's been divorced for 15 years. Listen, I gotta go back to work.
Will you just listen, Just because people left doesn't mean that they didn't really love that show. It just means that they had other places to go.
What about the ones who didn't finish their drinks?
Not thirsty?
Murray left after the first commercial.
Well, Mr. Grant, I have my theory that everybody loved the show, and apparently you have another theory. What is your theory?
My theory is that if we showed this documentary by satellite to the world, this would no longer be a crowded planet.
Well, let me just say this to you, then. I know, you're right. Nobody wants to watch the good things that happen in a documentary. They only want to watch the rotten things. Do you know what that means, Mr. Grant? That if it weren't for the rotten things that happen in this world, we couldn't put on the news show. We should be grateful to all the people who do those rotten things. We should stop them in the streets and say, "Thank you, Mr. Mugger." "Thank you, Mr. Thief." "Thank you, Mr. Maniac." "Thank you, Mr. Grant." If it weren't for those people, you and I would be out of jobs. It's a lousy business we're in, Mr. Grant. I quit.
Mary,
It's a
don't be
lousy
silly.
business, Mr. Grant, and it's a lousy world. And I am going to Africa to work with Schweitzer.
Albert Schweitzer is dead.
Do you see what I mean, Mr. Lousy, lousy world.
Sit down. It wasn't such a bad idea you had. People probably do want to watch good news. You want to know what the trouble with tonight was? I'll tell you what the trouble was. We put on a bad show. You and I pooled our talents to produce the worst documentary in the history of television. We did a real...
Murray, I said 7:30. It isn't even 7:30. That can't be one of the guests, can it?
No, not unless it's somebody who can't tell time.
Happy 20th anniversary.
Ted, we said 7:30.
I know it, and it is 7:30 now. Hi, Murray. Hey, I'm not the first one to arrive, am I?
Of course you're the first one to arrive,
I can't
Ted.
stay then. I don't like being the first one at a party.
Don't feel bad, Ted. We were hoping people would arrive early, really. Will you excuse me while I put my dress on?
No, you want a drink, Ted?
Okay.
Where's Georgette?
What makes you think I have to bring Georgette? We swinging singles aren't tied down to one person. That's the difference between us. You married guys are stuck with the same meal every night. But to me, dating is a smorgasbord. My problem is deciding who to bring. Little pickle herring, little lobster Newburg, little sweet and sour pork. Or maybe just some good old American spaghetti.
That goes with a meatball. Well, if you had your choice of so many, Ted, what are you doing here alone?
Georgette's out of town.
Oh, hey, Ted, be the first to see this. Marie gave it to me. What do you think? It's a digital watch.
Hey, how do they do that?
Well, it operates on the same principle as those clocks, outside banks.
Does it give the temperature, too?
Only if you stick it under your tongue. Hey, look what I got Marie.
Oh, looks like an engagement ring.
You know what it is? See, when we got engaged, I was making $38 a week. And she wanted a ring, but she understood. And now, 20 years later, with my salary almost doubled, I can afford one.
That's dumb.
What's dumb about it?
She married you without it. It's like buying a hunting license after you've already bagged the moose. Hey, listen, Murray, I've got to get out of here now and come back later. I don't want people to think I'm the first to arrive. I mean, they might get the crazy idea that I've got nothing better to do.
Sorry, I'm late to my own party.
Well, that's okay, honey. Ted was just leaving.
Had a wonderful time.
You're leaving?
Just for a little while. I'm going to stay in the car, wait till more people arrive, and then I'll make my entrance. No one will be the wiser.
Least of all, Ted.
Happy anniversary. Oh, Hilda. Oh, you weren't supposed to bring presents. I wrote on the invitation, no presents.
Oh, everybody always says that. But you know everybody brings presents anyway. Where's Murray?
Over there.
Oh, hi, Marie. Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Marie, I feel terrible. I didn't bring you a present.
I didn't want you to bring a present. I told everybody not to bring a present.
Yeah, well, then what's that?
Well, you know Hilda. She always brings presents, but nobody else is.
Oh.
Hiya, Mary.
Hi, Murray.
Hey, thanks for the gift. I'll put it in the bedroom with all the others.
Let me take your coat.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Grant.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Did you bring a present?
Well, sure.
But, Mr. Grant, you weren't supposed to. It said on the invitation, no presents, please.
Oh, you don't believe those things, do you? You go into a subway, you see a sign that says no spitting. That doesn't mean you don't spit if you have to.
Well, looks like a nice party anyway.
My Uncle Fred died at a party like this. Well, not exactly like this. It was a costume party. He went as Sir Galahad and choked on a wiener.
That's one of the things I like about you, Mr. Grant. Never at a loss for small talk.
Oh, excuse me, Mary. Could you help me with something in the kitchen?
Oh, yes.
Ellen, honey, would you get the door? Sure.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late, but you know what a busy schedule I've got.
I didn't know Ted was coming to your anniversary party.
No marriage is perfect.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Happy 20th anniversary, Murray.
Thank you very much.
First 20 years are the hardest, you know. Right, Lou? I guess maybe you're the wrong guy to ask about that, aren't you? Well, come to think of it, your first 20 years were fine. It was the second 20 that went, but your first 20 were.
Ted, have a wiener.
Thanks, Lou.
I see you're alone tonight, Ted.
Well, I could have plenty of days if I wanted. Believe me, plenty. Just that this party was such short notice. Chicks need time to prepare.
Well, sure, Ted.
Right, Ted.
Well, they do. To wash their hair, for one thing. Several of the ones I called tonight were doing that.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Mary. I could have had a date, you know.
Hi, Ted. Champagne?
Oh, great party, Marie. I could have brought a date, you know.
Would you like one, Mr. Baxter?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Bunny. Looks like great chicken.
You're welcome, Mr. Baxter, but the chicken is shrimp and I'm Ellen.
Right. I could have had all the dates I wanted.
Everybody, I'd like to propose a toast to the happiest marriage I know and the nicest couple. Marie and Murray.
Yeah. Speech.
Come on, let's hear some words from you.
Oh, I can't make a speech.
Well, try.
But I will give an endorsement.
All right.
I got this guy in 1955, and he's still as good as ever. I don't think they make them like that anymore.
Well, that's not a bad speech.
Okay, Murray, your turn. You've had 20 years to prepare something.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, Murray, what you write?
I'd like to make a little confession. It's something I've never told anybody before, but I'd like to say it now. I'm bald. No, I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I say, Murray, you're bald. And sometimes, when the problems of the day mount up, I feel like I'm getting balder by the hour. But then when I come home, Marie gives me a kiss and a smile, and suddenly I'm Cary Grant. I'm bald, but Cary Grant. Anyway, what I want to say is that maybe someday somebody will find a better way to grow hair, but nobody will ever find a better woman.
All right.
Hey, everybody, I'd like to say something, too. I could have had a lot of dates tonight.
Yeah.
Say, Lou, I want to apologize for being so late to work this morning.
Oh, forget it. That was a terrific party you gave.
Must have been. Going by the way I feel, it must have been one of the great parties of the decade.
A little hungover, huh?
It's nothing serious. It's just that every time the bell on my typewriter rings, I scream.
Sit down. I'm great at fixing hangovers. Does your head hurt?
Only when I breathe.
All right, lean forward and relax.
I can't. My tongue will fall out.
Oh. Now, all of these nerves are connected. We learned about this in the service.
What were they teaching you, first aid?
Actually, it was how to kill a sentry before he can yell, Achtung.
Hi, guys.
Hiya, Ted.
Lou, have you got a moment? I'd like to ask you a little question.
Shoot.
What is life?
Life?
Yeah, what does it all mean? What are we all doing here? I mean, what's it all about? What are we all here for?
Ed, we're all here for a purpose. My purpose is to produce the news. Murray's purpose is to write the news. And your purpose... Ted, I don't know what we're here for.
I'm serious, Lou. Last night after I left Murray's party, I took a long, hard look at myself. And I couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah, I have trouble sleeping with an upset stomach, too.
You don't know how I felt, Murray. Seeing you surrounded by your wife and your family, by all that love. Last night when I went home, I just lay in bed and re-examined my whole life. And finally, when I went to sleep, I had this terrible dream. I dreamt I was an old man, all wrinkled and shriveled, sitting alone on this park bench. And then this guy walked up to me and he looked kind of familiar. And he just stood there looking at me. Finally, I said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am the son you never had." And then this woman appeared. And I said, "Who are you?" And she said, "I'm the daughter you never had." And then about 20 kids appeared. And I said, "Who are you?" And they said, "We're the children of the children you never had." And then a bunch of dogs and cats appeared. And I said, "Who are you?" And they said, "We're the pets of the children you never had." And then a bunch of guys in white coats came up. And I said, "Who are you?" And they said, "We're the veterinarians of the pets of the children of the children."
Just skip to the finish of the dream. Tell us how it ended.
Oh, like all my dreams end, with Marlowe Thomas and Winston Churchill applauding me.
The general concluded by saying that the threat of a nuclear war is greater now than at any time in the past 30 years. Now I'd like to get serious for a moment. I guess you all know yours truly has been this town's most eligible bachelor for a long time. Well, tonight those days are over, my friends.
What?
Did you know anything about this?
What, that his days were over?
There's a little lady out there. She knows who she is, and I hope she's listening, because this is Ted Baxter saying, "Will you marry me?" And now the weather, my darling.
Thank you very much for calling. Goodbye.
What's the score so far?
Well, 12 thought didn't belong in a newscast, 7 did, and 4 women say, yes, they know who they are, and they accept.
Thank you, Ted. That was a lovely lunch.
Nothing's too good for the future, Mrs. Baxter.
Oh, Georgette, congratulations. Ah, wait, no. You're not supposed to congratulate the woman.
Why not?
I don't know. It's considered inappropriate.
Especially in this case.
What do you think of this big, impetuous lug? Popping the question right between a nuclear war and a flea collar commercial. Sure made me jump. And then my phone started to ring. It was my mother. She'd seen it, too.
Oh, what'd she say?
She got very excited. And I said, Mother, I know how you feel, but it's my life to throw away if I want to. Big, impetuous lug.
Have you set a date?
I'll leave that up to Ted.
Right. Once Baxter makes his mind up, events move forward with blinding speed.
Listen, I've got some top-level arrangements to take care of, okay?
All right. Bye, Mary. Bye, Mary. Bye, honey. Big, impetuous lug.
I'll call you tomorrow, honey. I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married.
Ted, you're just suffering the normal reaction of a man.
I don't want to get married.
Of a man who suddenly finds that...
I don't want to get married.
That he doesn't want to get married. Ted, listen to me. You just got cold feet, that's all. From what I hear, it happens to everybody. Men, women, both. I mean, it's a big commitment. You suddenly realize that marriage is forever.
Oh.
It scares you. Briefly. But the point is, you're not the first person to feel this way.
Oh, sure. It's easy for you to say. You're on the outside watching the gate swing shut.
Well, ask Murray then. Go on. Go on. Get it.
I felt the same way, Ted.
Really?
Absolutely. Mary's right. I mean, it's perfectly normal to have second thoughts, so don't you worry about it.
Really?
Really.
Really? You don't know how much better that makes me feel to hear that. I don't mind telling you, I was a little upset.
Oh, well, you covered it beautifully.
Yeah. Well, you guys placed my mind at ease. Thanks a lot. You're really good friends. Oh, hey. Say, is Lou in his office?
Yeah, he is.
All right. Guess I'll go in and pass the time of day. Talk about wedding plans. You know, stuff like that. Guy talk. I don't want to get married.
Well, what do you want me to do about it?
Help me.
How?
I don't know. Maybe I should go out of town.
Well, now, Ted, that's a tempting notion.
No, it wouldn't have to really. What we do, before each newscast, we'd announce that I'm broadcasting via satellite from Brazil.
Oh, Ted, that's ridiculous.
We could fake it. Be easy, Lou. We just get a new weather map with some Spanish numbers on it.
No, Ted, no. Forget it.
Lou, you seem to be forgetting that I saved your life once.
You never did.
Well, what if I didn't? I would have. All you had to do was ask.
Ted, if you don't want to get married, tell Georgette. Just grow up and be a man. We've got a show to do.
All right. Those are your feelings, and I respect them. But before I go, I'd like to take an additional moment of your valuable time to offer a further word on the subject, which I think deserves your consideration. Please!
Think about that, will you, Lou?
Who, me? Yeah, tip-top, first class, grade A.
Well, then why'd you ask me down here?
I need your help, Mary. Please sit down.
Ted, I don't want to sit down. It's almost airtime.
No, this takes priority. Sit.
Ted, really?
Sit! I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. Mary, I called you because I believe of all my so-called friends, you're the only true one. You're the only one I can count on. You're the one who'll put her hand in the fire for me.
Ted, I'm not going to put my hand in anything until you tell me what it is you want.
I want you to tell Georgette
that I'm going to Brazil.
You're bananas.
No, I'm serious, Mary.
Ted, that is the dumbest lie I ever heard of.
Oh, it's a fib, Mary, not a lie. Lie's an ugly word. Just a fib, a tiny fib.
Why me?
Because anybody look at you would know that nothing as disgusting as a lie could ever pass between those innocent Cupid doll lips.
Ted, you are going to have to tell Georgette the truth.
Mary, I'm not ready for marriage. I can't handle responsibility. You're my old man. He walked out on my mother when I was 2 years old.
It's a shame he didn't walk out 3 years sooner.
I wouldn't expect you to understand. Your folks are still married. Probably runs in your family. You could get married as many times as you like, and they'll all work out. Mary, all I want you to do is tell George that I'm going to Brazil, and I'm too busy to talk to her because I'm practicing my Spanish lessons. Mary, you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You'll lie for me. Mark my words, when the chips are down, you'll go along with me.
I will go along with you, Ted, only if you tell the truth.
All right, I'll tell the truth.
I'll tell the truth.
Buenos dias.
The United States Bureau of Mines announced today that oil shale refining plants could be built in this country, resulting in cheaper oil for the United States.
Hey, what are you doing? Ted still has several more minutes.
I know, but I can't watch anymore. Well, he's bad enough when he's happy. But the past 4 days, he's been impossible. You know, today he asked me if the station could issue a retraction for a marriage proposal.
Hi, Murray.
Hiya, Georgette.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Georgette.
Bye, Georgette.
Bye, Murray.
Bye, Mur.
Bye, Mary.
Well, we haven't seen you in a few days. How's everything?
Terrible. Mary, I have to talk to you.
Well, sure.
Mary, I can't marry him. I said I would, but I won't. I thought I wanted to, but I don't, but I haven't told him I won't.
Why not?
I can't.
Georgette, let's take this one step at a time. Why don't you want to marry Ted?
Well, he made up some ridiculous story about being sent to Brazil. And I think anybody that scared of marriage isn't ready for it.
He told you that? That's terrible.
No, Mary, that's nice.
Nice?
Sure. He was only telling me that because he wanted to spare my feelings. He didn't want to hurt me by rejecting me.
Well, yeah, I guess that is nice.
No, that's terrible. Because how can I hurt his feelings now by telling him I don't want to marry him?
Yeah, that is difficult.
No, that's easy. I'm just pretending to believe what he says about Brazil.
You are?
Yes. So, Mary, when Ted tells his lie and pretends it's the truth, and you see me pretending it's the truth, even though I know it's a lie, please don't say it's a lie, even though you know it is.
Right.
See, Mary, that way we can call off the marriage. And then in a week or so, Ted can phone me and say they've canceled his trip to Brazil, and I can pretend to believe him, and we can go back to the way we were.
Yeah, well, that's sensible.
No, it's stupid. But it's the best I can think of.
Well, all right, Georgette, I'll go along with you, but it's not going to be easy. Boy, am I mad at him.
Well, Mary, if I'm not mad at him, why should you be?
I'm mad at him because of what he did to somebody who's not mad at him after what he did.
Mary, sometimes you talk funny.
Well, it's just not going to be easy, that's all.
Hi, Georgette.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Mayor, old buddy. The chips are down. I told Georgette about going to Brazil for a year. Mary can confirm that, can't you, Mayor?
Yeah, Ted, I can confirm that.
Lou insisted that I go, right, Mayor?
Yes, Ted.
So I'll be doing my reports by satellite. Right, Mayor?
Yes, Ted.
Guess it'll kind of postpone things for a while.
Yes, Ted. Well, it's been really fun being engaged to you. Have a nice time in Brazil. Hasta la vista.
See, Mayor? I know you better than you know yourself. I knew when the chips were down you'd come through and lie for me.
Lie for you? Why would I lie for you?
You know perfectly well Lou's not sending you to Brazil for a year.
Oh, no. No. For 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, well, we could only get the visa for 6 months, but I'm sure once you're there, they'll be able to give us an extension. Oh, and by the way, Ted, the shots are only good for 3 months, so be sure you get a booster when you get them, huh?
What shots?
Well, you know, the usual. Typhoid, malaria, yellow fever.
Yellow fever?
Yeah, oh, well, I'm sure there's no chance of your contracting it in the city, but where you're going, I understand it's the second highest cause of death.
What's the first highest cause?
Oh, Ted, I don't think you want to know that. But I understand it's what killed Mr. Grant's Uncle Fred. Took him 2 years to die.
2 years?
Yeah, the plant was a very slow eater.
Oh, come on, Mary. You're a lion, aren't you? Aren't you?
Ted, with these innocent Cupid doll lips, lie to you.
Lou?
Oh, he's not in there. No, he went to see about your insurance policy. He's trying to get them to insert a quicksand clause.
Lou, why? Why me?
Why, you what?
Well, if it's yellow fever and no shots and quicksand and hungry plants, what are you sending me to Brazil for?
Coffee.
Lou? Will you just answer me one question? Mary just told me about your Uncle Fred. Now tell me the truth. How did he die?
Choked.
Got him around the throat, huh?
No, inside the throat.
Oh, my Lord. What a lousy way to go.
It was his own fault. He was eating too fast.
Who is it?
See, I knew you wouldn't remember me.
Son of a gun! How are you?
You don't remember me.
Well, of course I do. Come on in.
Who am I?
You and I shared the same
Cell.
when I was in
Jail.
That time I got
Arrested.
for not revealing my news source. Well, come on in.
Sherry.
Sherry. How have you been?
Fine, you?
Fine. You look terrific.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks.
Okay, why don't we cut the crapola?
Good. I was just going to suggest that.
Mary, I got busted again.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it seems like lately every time I strike up a conversation with a guy, he turns out to be with the vice squad. Of course, it's my own fault. I should have been suspicious when I saw that tattoo of Jack Webb on his arm. Anyway, I got to thinking about that night that you and I spent in the cell together. Remember how you wanted a toothbrush so bad, and I got you one? And you said if there was ever anything that you could do for me, I should be sure and let you know. Well, I'm letting you know.
You want your toothbrush back?
All I want you to do is come down to the court with me tomorrow and tell the judge that you know me. See, I have to show him I know some upstanding citizens, and you're the only upstanding citizen I know. I mean, socially. It'll only take about an hour.
Yeah, sure. I'd be glad to.
Gee, that's great. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Oh, no, it's all right.
The same courthouse, Friday at 11.
Okay.
Hey, maybe we could have lunch together afterwards. No, forget it. Let's not have lunch. You probably like to eat in those places where they cut off all the crusts.
You know, I don't understand something. I do you a favor, and you're giving me all these little shots.
Mary, I'd be enchanted to have lunch with you tomorrow. In fact, let's make a firm date, shall we?
Okay.
Right after my appearance in court. The only thing that could possibly interfere is if you screw up and they throw me back in the slammer. It's me, Mrs. Goldman.
Gee, it sounds like some dog.
It's not a dog, it's Mrs. Goldman across the hall.
Don't you
barks to scare away burglars.
She does a very good imitation.
She should. She's had 3 months of obedience school.
Oh, well, well. This is nice. This is really very nice.
Who says a house is not a home? How come you didn't say anything about my 4 mink coats?
What am I supposed to say?
4 mink coats?
Well, I guess I just feel funny about people wearing dead animals for coats.
Yeah, well, if you wear them when they're alive, they claw your neck. You want a drink?
No, no, thank you. Listen, Sherry, there's something I think you and I have to talk about. You know, yesterday you said you just wanted me to come down to court for an hour, and, well, it didn't work out that way. I mean, I had to tell the judge that I would keep an eye on you and help you find a job.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Well, I have to worry about it. I mean, I swore that in court.
Boy, did you ever. You had one hand on the Bible, one hand on your heart. You were looking at the American flag, and your voice trembled. You brought tears to the bailiff's eyes.
Does all this mean you are not going to look for a job?
Mary, let me tell you something. A lot of my friends think they're going to do something with their lives one day. Some think that they're going to open boutiques, write novels, be dentists. I have a friend, Kim, who thinks she's going to own a big horse ranch. But unless she's in Roy Rogers' will, it's not going to happen.
What does that have to do with looking for a job?
Because I'm a realist. Who's going to hire me? My previous experience is not the kind of previous experience you put on a job application.
Sherry, I'm sure we could find you some kind of job. What about secretarial work?
I can't type.
How about bookkeeping?
I can't add.
Well, what if...
Hello? No. Because I'm quitting. No, I'm not having a going out of business sale. Mary, it's been really keen knowing you. Now, let's not spoil it all with all this job business, understand?
No. No, I don't. Sherry, look, you got me into this in the first place. Now, I do not enjoy being used.
Come on, it was a little fun, wasn't it?
Sherry, I put myself on the line for you. Now, you're going to live up to your part of the bargain. Tomorrow, we are going to look for a job for you, and that's the way it's going to be. Do you understand? Oh, shut up, Mrs. Goldman.
Hi, Murray.
Hi, Murray. Oh, hi, Georgette, Ted. How's the car rental business?
Just rolling along. That's kind of a car rental agency joke.
We just came back from lunch. We were celebrating this letter I got from the university yesterday.
I know. Yeah, Harvard wants you to leave your brain to Yale.
Go ahead and laugh. In a week and a half, you won't be laughing at Ted Baxter. You'll be laughing at Dr. Ted Baxter.
Ted's getting an honorary degree.
Oh. Watching Ding Dong School has finally paid off.
Ding Dong School, nothing. It's from a college. Rutledge College.
They like to get a celebrity to speak at their graduation ceremony, and they give them a degree to get them to come.
They wanted to give me a master's, but my agent held out for a PhD.
Yeah, I've heard of Rutledge. It isn't exactly one of your class universities. The school mascot is a fungus.
I didn't know that. Maybe all the big animals were taken. Anyway, Murray, I was thinking maybe if you got a moment, you could, take a moment to kind of check over my acceptance speech.
Sure.
Okay. Here goes. Friends, faculty members, fellow PhD guys.
Larry, you're just in time to hear Ted's acceptance speech for his honorary doctor's degree.
Hi, Mary. Who's your friend?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry Ferris. This is Georgette, Murray, and Ted.
Dr. Ted.
Well, I'm going to see Mr. Grant. I'll be right back.
Would you like to hear my acceptance speech?
Come in.
Friends, faculty members, and fellow PhDs.
Mr. Grant?
I don't know why anyone puts pimentos in perfectly good bologna. Why can't they leave them in olives where they belong? What do you need, Mary?
Well, Mr. Grant, I have a friend. Well, no, she's not exactly a friend. She's more of an acquaintance. Well, you met her. Her name is Sherry Ferris. When you came to visit me that time in jail, she was in the same cell with me. She was
Mary. Mary. I know life. I've been around. Been on the street since I was 6 years old. You're afraid to use the word. I'll say the word for you. She's a lady of the evening.
So I accept this honor. Today I'm a doctor. God bless America. And thank you. Well, guys, what do you think?
You wrote that?
Yeah.
Boy, you got a lot of guts to admit it.
Thank you. I know you love it. Murr, what'd you think of it?
Thanks anyway, Mr. Grant. Well, Mr. Grant doesn't know of any jobs, but he's going to keep looking.
I know of a job.
Really?
Yes, the girl who works with me at the car rental agency just got fired today.
What do you think, Sherry? Would have a chance?
Sure. If you want, I could take you over and introduce you to the manager. Only thing is, you have to be good at dealing with people. Have you had much experience with the public?
Want to grab some lunch, Mary?
Oh, thanks, Mr. Grant, but I made other plans.
Oh. I thought I'd go over to that German place. The food's kind of good, and you can still get up some pretty lively conversations about the war. So you don't want to come?
No, it sounds like a lot of fun, but I promised Sherry I'd have lunch with her. It's her first day on the job.
Oh. Okay. I know this is none of my business, but like I said, I don't think it's a good idea for you to get too friendly with that girl.
Mr. Grant?
I'm serious, Mary. Someone like Sherry can influence your life. You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous.
Look, when I was in college, there was this bar where a lot of girls hung out. And there was this one girl named Louise. Young, pretty. I kind of liked her. Yeah, I kind of liked her, and I thought maybe I could change her life. So one night, after the bar closed, I offered to drive her home. And after we pulled up to her trailer, I turned to her and I said, Louise, you're young, you're intelligent. Take a good look at what you're doing to your life before it's too late. I spoke to her for a whole hour. You know what she said? That'll be $20. Mary, that kind of woman doesn't change. And I just don't want to see your life get messed up because of Sherry.
Oh, Mr. Grant, my life isn't going to get messed up.
Oh, I don't know, Mary. You're different since you met her.
Wait a minute. How am I different? Just give me one example of how I'm different.
Remember a year or so ago when we were doing that series of reports on America's changing sexual attitudes?
Yes.
What'd you say?
I don't know. I can't remember something I said a year ago.
I'll tell you what you said. You said, let's not put it on. What people don't know won't hurt them. Not a great motto for a news show, is it, Mary? But that's what you said. And now, la dolce vita.
Mr. Grant, you know, you may be right.
Yeah?
You know what I did the other day?
What?
I went down to the docks,
Yeah?
and I wrote my name and my number in a phone book. For a hot time, call Mary. 30 million Frenchmen can't be wrong. Hello! Sherry, look at you. Doesn't she look terrific, Mr. Grant?
Very nice.
Sherry's so much fun to work with. You should have heard this funny thing she said this morning. These two tricks came in and wanted to...
Now, you wait a minute, Georgette. Two tricks?
That's what Sherry calls the customers at the company.
I guess I'll just go get some lunch now, Mary.
You ready for lunch?
Oh, maybe I better run to the girls' room and wash up before we go. The girl they fired at work locked herself in the bathroom and says she won't come out till they give her job back and free all the political prisoners.
So, the first day on the job, how's it feel?
Terrific. I'm quitting.
Quitting?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that job didn't make the scale.
Oh, come on. Sherry, how bad can it be? Georgette loves it.
Georgette loves licking envelopes.
Hi. I hadn't seen you in a couple of days, so I just thought I'd stop by and see how you're getting on.
Fine, fine.
Fine. You managing okay?
Fine, fine.
Well, that's just fine. What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, this and that.
Well, when you say this and that, do you mean primarily this and not so much that, or a lot of that and not so much of this?
Mary, when I said this and that, I didn't mean that.
Oh, come on, Pat. Didn't mean that. I just wondered if you were having any luck finding a job.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of luck.
Really?
I didn't get a job. Look, Mary, I've been through the wine ads every day. There's nothing here that I like.
There's got to be something you want to do, something you want to be.
Yeah, there is. I've been seriously thinking of becoming a burden on society. Outside of that, nothing really interests me.
What about dreams? Didn't you ever dream of being somebody? Everybody has that kind of dream.
Yeah? What's yours?
Well, I've had my dreams. I just don't like to tell them. I don't want anyone to laugh at me. But sometimes when I'm home in the newsroom, my mind wanders and I dream about being this famous ballerina.
I know what you mean. I've had dreams like that myself.
Terrific. What are your dreams?
I used to dream that I'd like to become a dress designer.
Well, that's wonderful. Did you ever try it?
Yeah, once in high school, I made a dress for a friend. I fitted it right on her.
And did she like it?
I hope so. I forgot to put the zipper in. As far as I know, she's still in it.
Sherry, why don't you give it a try for just a couple of weeks? I mean, you might find you have a real flair for this. Come on, what do you have to lose? What's the matter, Sherry? Afraid to take a chance? Afraid you'll find out you don't have the talent? Just don't have the guts to try it, is that it?
That's it, Cookie. You want to go out to dinner? I've been cooped up in my place for a solid week. I figure I deserve a night out.
You've been designing dresses.
No, I came over to show you my dry cleaning.
How'd they turn out?
See for yourself. It's a little present for you. I designed it especially for you. I hope it fits.
Oh, Sherry. I'll go put it on. Oh, listen, can you answer that for me?
Hi.
Oh, hi, Sherry. Where's Mary?
Oh, she's in there getting dressed. Come on in. She'll be right out.
Ted just got his honorary degree.
Want to see my diploma? It's real sheepskin.
Gee, it must have been murder getting him in the typewriter.
That's funny. Get it, Ted?
Well, sure I get it. I'm a PhD.
It's very nice, Ted.
Thanks. They let me keep the tassel to my cap, too. I got it hanging in my rearview mirror. You know, it's always been one of the big regrets in my life to never had a chance to go to college. College. Flirtation walk. Fraternity handshakes. Panty raids. Election of the homecoming queen. Kissing rock. Yeah. Higher education must be a wonderful thing.
Look, I'm not sure if this fits right.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well,
no, I forgot the most important part. It must be in the car. I'll be right back.
Oh. She designed this. Sherry did. She designed it especially for me.
Get me a glass of water.
But, Ted, you just had all that soda.
Get me a glass of water.
It's very nice. It sure shows off your skin.
Speaking of skin, you want to see my diploma?
Oh, maybe later, Ted. Georgette, am I being too critical, or is this dress really awful?
I don't know. It looks so terrible on you, I can't tell.
You look so fantastic in your life.
Ted!
There, can I have a glass of water?
I've never seen you so thirsty.
I know this may sound insane to you, Mary, but on those occasions when I dream of you, you're dressed exactly like that.
Ted, please don't look at me that way.
It's all right, I'm a doctor.
Ted, you're making me nervous.
I'm making you nervous. You're making me crazy.
You see, you are scrunching up your diploma.
I don't care anymore.
Ted, are you through yet? I gave you a little extra time because you always act so silly about things like this. Ted, do you want me to get a dress like that?
I want every woman in the free world to get a dress like that.
Georgette, what am I going to tell Sherry? She really thinks she can be a designer.
Well, I always think honesty is the best policy. Unless telling the truth hurts someone's feelings. In which case, I think it's better to lie.
No, I can't lie. I always blush when I lie.
If you don't blush on your legs and stomach, nobody will notice. Mary, would it be easier if Ted and I left when you talked to Sherry?
Yes, I think it would. I hope you don't mind.
No, we don't mind.
Well, I mind. I want to stay.
Yeah, this is what I need. Yeah. What do you think? You like it?
Well, it's certainly original. And it's colorful. It's very, very colorful.
Ted, we have to leave.
No, we don't.
Ted, I'm only going to tell you this once. Move it or lose it.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Well, Sherry, it's just not my particular taste, you know? I mean, I'm just a little old-fashioned, modest. I mean, you know, when we were kids, we used to play doctor. I used to play the receptionist.
You don't like the dress?
Well, I think I gotta be honest. I just I don't think you have the talent to be a designer.
You think it stinks?
No, come on now. Stinks, that's a pretty strong word.
Lousy?
Yeah, lousy. I could go with lousy. Sherry, I think I just have to be honest with you here. I don't think you're going to make it as a designer.
You really don't think so?
I really don't.
Gee, what am I going to say to the guy that hired me?
The guy that hired you?
Yeah, I took my designs to this dress manufacturer this afternoon. He loved them. He wants me to start work tomorrow.
That's terrific. Well, Sherry, I feel so stupid about what I just said.
Oh, no, don't feel stupid. He didn't like this one either. He thought green was the wrong color for a bridal gown.
Well, okay, give me a second, I'll change. We'll have a celebration dinner.
Leave it on. If you spill something on the front, you've got a 50-50 chance it'll miss.
Who is it?
Lou. Any word on nominations for the Television Editors Award?
What's it, Teddy time again? I nearly forgot. Nothing in here, Lou.
Hi, guys.
Ted, what are you doing in so early?
My dear child, I've been working through the night.
On what? You don't know how to do anything.
Just a few letters I had to get out, my correspondence.
These are all addressed to television editors. Why are you writing to them?
Why don't you read us one of Ted's letters, Mary?
Well, I wouldn't want to just
That's
tear
okay, it's
open an
okay. They're
envelope.
not sealed. You can't get the bulk rate if they're sealed.
Dear Ed, I know you're not supposed to criticize a critic, but I can no longer refrain from telling you that I consider you the most brilliant reviewer in the Western Hemisphere. Your review of Tony Orlando and Dawn will live in literature. My hat's off to brilliance, Ted Baxter. Ted, it won't work.
Why not? It worked last year. I won, didn't I?
Well, you're not going to win twice in a row.
People win twice in a row. Lots of people. That's the real test, Mary, winning twice in a row. And after that...
Impeachment.
After that, retirement. Well, actually, I won't retire. I'll just sort of become a living legend.
I think you've got a pretty good shot at that, Ted. Hey, Mr. Graham, maybe you can answer something for me. Every year, the television editors give something they call the Albert Mason Award for unforgettable contribution to broadcasting. And, you know, every year I wonder who was Albert Mason.
He was a crook who established the award for a phony tax dodge. And not only is it a phony award, but they always give it to somebody who's over the hill. That award marks the end of your career.
What are you doing?
I'm writing in Ted's name for the Albert Mason Award.
Who is it?
It's Georgette.
Hi.
And Ted.
Why?
Brought you some groceries.
Well, thank you, Ted. What for?
We just came from a supermarket opening. Ted cut the ribbon and they gave him all this.
Yeah, we have to go visit a hospital. I don't want to carry you. Besides, generosity's second nature with me.
Are you visiting anyone in particular in the hospital, or are you just window shopping?
What's part of my campaign for the Teddy Awards? I want people to think of me.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll certainly think of you, Ted, every time I put out the garbage.
They also gave him a bunch of balloons, but Ted laid those on the graves of the Civil War dead.
You are a real lifesaver, Ted. You know that? I mean, I would hate to be caught with less than 9 boxes of Raisin Bran. This is wonderful.
Ted hates Raisin Bran. He picks the raisins out with his spoon and flicks them at the cat. We have to go now, Ted. The photographers are waiting to photograph us.
What hospital are you going to visit?
Maternity. Ted wants to have his picture taken kissing a newborn baby.
Yeah. And I saw a picture of one of those things looked like. Anyway, I'm going to have a picture taken shaking hands with one.
Want to see?
What is it, Lou? Some kind of trouble?
There's gonna be. The roof is gonna fall in. I just heard from a friend on the Teddy Awards committee, and this year Ted isn't even nominated.
How can that be? He spent all week visiting the sick.
Which actually did a lot of good. It got them back on their feet in record time.
I know, but his competition topped him. Whatever he did, they did better. If he visited the sick, they visited the dead. They topped him up and down the line.
Well, what about that Albert Mason Award?
No, they haven't decided it yet. And that's not a nomination, that's bestowed, and Ted's too young for that. It's never given to someone who can still chew his own food.
Does Ted know that he's not nominated?
No, and I don't want him reading it in the paper. One of us has got to break it to him.
Well, yeah, one of us should do that.
We used to have a saying in the Army, Mary. It's better to volunteer than be drafted.
We used to have a saying in the Pom-Pom Girls, Mr. Grant. Never date a guy in the band. Well, I just want you to know you're not the only one with those old sayings.
Okay, I'll tell him. Ted?
Yellow.
When you have a second, come in my office.
Just a second, Lou. Well, what do you want us to do, Lou? You want us to stay or what?
No, I better do it in private. And you don't know anything about it. Another thing. Let's play down the awards this year.
What awards?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, this whole discussion never took place.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Ted.
Hi, people. I am absolutely delirious.
No kidding. What have you been doing? Sucking a fermented fig?
There were two wonderful pieces of news. I have been nominated for a Teddy Award, and no one else at the station was. Which includes you, dear, and I feel terrible about it.
Who wants me to get another glass? Must be good news. He wants to propose a toast, probably about the awards.
Ted, the awards don't mean a thing. Nothing.
What kind of sour grapes is that? I've worked 20 years for this award. I've baked and basted and fricasseed and hammed and flounced and flocked and puckered my little fingers off for this lousy award. Oh, don't tell me it isn't wonderful.
Oh, it is, Sue Ann, and you deserve it.
Oh, thank you, dear. That's why I was so anxious to tell you both. Well, it's just a nomination, but it's closer than I've ever gotten before.
What category are you in?
Daytime programming. It's a broad grouping. My competition is a religious program and a bowling show. Keep your fingers crossed.
Oh, you're a shoo-in.
Oh, frankly, I'm a little worried. The bowling show's a piece of crud, but that hotshot priest's a killer.
Poor Ted. Although I must say, he is taking it pretty quietly.
No. And Mr. Grant must have told him by now.
Yes?
I didn't say anything. Say, Lou, this isn't meant as a criticism, because I really love having these talks with you. I really do.
Good. Good.
But are you aware of the fact that we've been sitting here now for 5 minutes and you haven't said anything?
No, it's really been 5 minutes. Where's the time?
You said you wanted to tell me something.
Right. Right. Maybe you'll need this.
Does you normally toast good news with champagne? This, of course, it's bad news. If it's bad news, Lou, I'd rather not hear it.
Ted.
I'm not strong, Lou. Some people take bad news rather well. I mean, it rolls right off their back. But not me. I take bad news badly. I don't want to hear any bad news.
Ted, I can't help it.
Sure you can, Lou. But if you were thinking of firing me, you could change your mind.
Ted, I'm not thinking of firing you.
Oh. Well, that's great news.
That wasn't the news.
Lou, I can't take bad news. Unless it's about you, I might be strong enough for that.
Ted, it's not about me. Look, take a really good mouthful of that. Come on, down the hatch. Down the hatch. No, I mean actually swallow it. Now, Ted, I'm going to give you some bad news, and I want you to take it like a man. Because if you can just reach deep down into yourself and find that inner strength I always felt that you have, you'll be all right. And what's more, you'll gain from knowing all this because you'll know that you're a real man.
Oh, Lou. Why me, Lou? Why me? What have I done to deserve this?
Ted, I haven't told it to you yet.
You mean it gets worse?
Ted! You're not getting a Teddy Award. You weren't nominated this year. I'm sorry, but there will be other years. Ted! Pull yourself together and be a man.
Very well. Very well, Lou. I'm myself now. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's all right. I've decided not to commit suicide.
Good. That's a good choice.
I've got a better way of showing the world what they've done to me. I'm going to let my appearance go to hell.
Ted, don't you think that's a little drastic?
Desperate men use desperate measures, Murr. I'm going to neglect the crease in my pants. Let the part of my hair grow crooked. I'm going to wear unshined shoes. And clip-on ties. My career's all washed up. Mary, I'm sorry I let you down.
Oh, Ted, you didn't.
Ted, you want to know why you weren't nominated? It was my fault, Ted. My rotten writing cost you the nomination.
I wondered about that.
Well, now you can stop wondering and just don't blame yourself.
That's right. You're to blame. You're the reason I didn't win the nomination. Thanks, Murr. It was rotten writing, that's what it was. Rotten writing was all Murray's fault. Thanks, Murr. Rotten writing. Rotten writing, that's what it was. Thanks, Murr.
Yeah, I should have known better.
Would somebody get me a glass of water? I just had a bit of bad news.
Mr. Grant, what's the matter?
What is it, Lou? You look terrible.
I must. They're giving me the Albert Mason Award.
Oh, Mr. Grant. Oh.
Hey, gals, have you heard the great news? The Teddy Brass has tapped me for a presenter's gig.
Oh, Ted, those are the most wonderful words I've ever heard. What do they mean?
That means I'm going to help present the awards. Actually, it's better than winning one.
You're right, Ted, it is. Everyone knows that. Oh, Mr. Grant, here's the information you wanted.
Oh, thanks, Mary. What are you grinning about, Ted?
Ted's going to present the Teddy Award. He was tapped with a brass gig. It sounds awful, but it's really wonderful.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad you're happy about the awards, Ted. I'm glad somebody around here is happy about the awards.
Mr. Grant has been given the Albert Mason Award, and it's a big honor.
Then why is he grinding his teeth?
Because I don't want it. They only give that award to old crocs. I'm not an old croc. I'm a young middle-aged croc.
Mr. Grant, will you just tell me what's so terrible about receiving an award?
I'll tell you what's so terrible. The winner has to make a speech, and I'm afraid of making speeches.
Lou, can I offer you a word of wisdom?
Ted, you can't spare it.
Way back, I used to be afraid of giving a speech for a large group. Then one day, an old radio announcer came up to me and he said, think of them all sitting out there naked. I've never been nervous since. Well, occasionally I giggle.
And once in a while I get excited.
But never nervous.
Well, I am. Mary, you handle this. I think I'll go get drunk.
Hold it. Mr. Grant, you're not going anywhere. There's no need to go get drunk. What is I hate about awards? I mean, you see what it's doing to people? People are nervous, people are miserable. And for what? The award doesn't matter. Come on, it's our work. Our friendship, our respect for each other. That's what counts. Not awards. Awards are forgotten the next day. Who remembers, for example, the name of the Albert Mason winner last year?
Carl Frobisher.
Okay, poor example. Who was the best weatherman 2 years ago?
Morton C. Foster.
Best daytime documentary, 1971.
St. Paul solved its sewage problem, John Epstein, Betty Ann Barnes.
Come on, I'll buy a drink. Best kiddie show, 1957.
Buffalo Bob Fogle.
Mary, can I tell you something privately?
Yeah, sure.
Well, if anybody deserved a nomination this year, you did. I mean, you did the news, you produced it for the first time. You did a great job.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
If I go one more round, will you?
Sure.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Hey, how come you guys didn't bring any dates tonight?
Well, frankly, Ted, I was embarrassed to bring a date, especially after the things that have happened the last couple of years.
Me too. Now, Marie has boycotted the awards since that time Ted came over to our place after losing, swallowed a handful of pills out of the medicine cabinet.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, it didn't do any harm, except Ted will never get pregnant.
It was terrible. I retained water for 2 months.
I have a hunch you're going to win, Sue Ann. I just have the strangest feeling deep down inside.
So do I. I think I'm going to throw up.
Mr. Grant, it's almost time to go.
I can't, Mary. I have to wait till my date gets here.
Where's she coming from?
Malta. I think this is going to be the worst evening in the history of Western civilization.
Hey, Mr. Grant, if you're nervous about that speech, why don't you try it out on us? Once you see that everyone likes it, you won't be so nervous about doing it later.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, of course I am. Hey, look, everybody, could you gather around for just a minute? Mr. Grant would like to try out his little speech on us.
Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Television Editors Association.
Wonderful.
This award is stupid. And I would tell Albert Mason to his face. But in 1967, he skipped to Argentina when he was charged with the crime of selling the military unsafe latrines. Thank you very much.
Mr. Grant,
Yes, Mary?
you can't deliver that speech.
Well, listen, it's a free country.
You can't deliver that speech and remain in Minneapolis. No.
But it's the truth.
But you can't publicly ridicule everybody in that room.
You know, Mary, for the first time, I'm sort of glad to get that award.
Lou,
Huh?
I thought it was great. You took my tip and pictured everybody naked, huh?
No, Ted, I didn't picture everybody naked.
That's funny, I did.
This year, the nominees are 3 fine programs. The Happy Homemaker, host Sue Ann Nivens. Strikes and Spares, host Morty Flemish. And Countdown to Glory, host Father James Dannenbrink. And the winner is... Oh, the winners are, we have a tie here, Sue Ann Nivens and Father Dannenbrink.
I'm just so excited. I don't mean because of you.
It would be presumptuous of me to thank you for this award, since in a much larger sense, you cast your ballots not for me, but for someone with whom I am unworthy to share it.
Oh, thank you, Father. This award confers great honor. It also carries certain financial benefits. It will be contract time very soon. Thanks to you, this year, Father Dannenbrink and I can really put the screws to the big shots.
And now to present the award for Best Newscaster, here is last year's winner, WJM's inimitable Ted Baxter.
Hey, good to see you again. How you been? My friends, this is what America is all about. A former winner getting up here and giving away an award he should have won himself. That's not my fault you're running late. You should have started sooner. What is an anchorman? Wasn't it Shakespeare who once said, all right, all right. Nominees are Ernie Reeves, headline report, Pete Aldi, evening headline, Les Stewart, reported evening, and the winner is... Les Stewart. Really?
Thank you.
Well said, Les.
That's it. No one else but me.
And so it is now my privilege to introduce this year's winner of the Albert Mason Award, the grand old man of the WJM newsroom, Lou Grant.
Up there.
I'm not gonna go up.
Lou, you got to.
I'm not leaving this chair.
Mr. Grant, you have got to go up there.
He said I couldn't give my speech. I have nothing to say.
Can someone accept the award for him?
Yeah, she'll accept it.
Accepting the Albert Mason Award for Lou Grant is, what's your name, dear?
Mary Richards.
Mary Richards.
Mr. Graham, I am not going up there. You won that award. Now you are going to accept it. Now go up there. Go.
You're right. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Newsroom? Who? Mrs. Morgenstern? It's Rhoda's mother from New York. She says she can't talk long because somebody's waiting to vandalize her phone booth.
Mrs. Morgenstern, how are you? Well, no, I'm not busy Thursday night so far. Why? Tony Kramer is coming into town. I don't know Tony Kramer. What do you mean, would I like to? No, Mrs. Morgenstern, I really, hello, Tony. Thursday night. Yeah, sure, Thursday will be fine. 8 o'clock. Well, thank you. It was nice talking to you, too. Bye-bye. Listen, Mrs. Morgenstern. Yes, he did. He sounded very nice. But Mrs. No, you're right, Mrs. Morgenstern. I'm not. Bye.
You're not what, Mayor?
Getting any younger.
Hey, guys. Everybody gotta hear this. It's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. Come on in, Lou. Great news.
What is it now, Ted?
Oh, Lou. How come every time I come to you to say something, you say, what is it now, Ted? Like I'm going to say something dumb.
How come every time I see a duck, I expect it to quack?
No. You answer my question first.
Well, what's your hot news flash, Ted?
All right. I just got a call from this guy. He's coming up to meet me now. He's setting up a school for broadcasters, and he wants to use my name. The Ted Baxter Famous Broadcasting School. It'll be right here in Minneapolis to start, but it could spread all over the country.
Unless they find a vaccine for it.
Look, Ted, if you want to get involved in this, that's your business. But don't you get the station mixed up in it, understand?
Right, Lou. Me in, station out. Check.
Ted, you know, this kind of thing takes a long time to set up, and a lot of money, too. I mean, if it doesn't work out, you could lose your shirt.
But that's the beauty of it, Mayor. This guy Marsh has all the experience and the money. All he wants from me is my reputation.
Well, in that case, you've got nothing to lose.
There he is.
Alan Marsh.
How you doing, partner?
Great. Hey, everybody, I want you to meet Alan Marsh.
Al, this is my entourage. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Let me guess. Lou Grant, Mary Richards, and Murray Slaughter, right? You know, Ted's told me so much about all you guys, I feel like I know you. What you were doing when he discovered you, how he found you, cleaned you up, gave you your first break.
Oh, they don't want to hear all that, Al.
So, Marsh, Ted tells me that you've had a lot of experience in setting up these schools. Tell me, what do you get out of it?
Pleasure. You know what it feels like to watch a kid off the street turn into a disc jockey? You see, Lou, it's kind of a mission with me. I travel around, I stop in a city, I sort of plant the seed, nurture it, watch it sprout.
Yeah, sounds fine. What do you need Ted for?
Fertilizer.
That Mr. Marsh is such a nice man. He says one day Ted's name will be a household word, like spatula.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Georgette.
How did your meeting go?
Marsh told me that Ted Baxter's Famous Broadcaster School will open next week. Gives you goosebumps, doesn't it, Mary?
Well, Ted, I have a high goosebump threshold.
I guess you wouldn't know what it's like to claw your way up from the gutter, would you, Mary?
Come on, Ted. You didn't claw your way up from the gutter.
He clawed his way up from the middle class.
Well, sometimes it's tougher to claw your way up from the middle class than it is to claw your way up from the gutter.
Isn't it wonderful, Mary? Only in America could a man who never graduated from school own one.
Wonderful. Mary, look out there. You know what that is out there?
54 Chevy.
That's my town, Mary. Minneapolis. M-I-N-N-I-N-N. I love that toddling town. My school's going to be out there, Mary. Out there for kids who won't have to make the long, hard, grueling trip to the top that I made. Out there for kids who want to learn the blood and guts of the broadcasting game. Out there for any kid with dreams and ambitions and $300. I'm going to be rich, Mary. I'm going to have all the things that only money can buy. Happiness, good health, spiritual fulfillment. And then one day, I'm going to use my money to do something good for my country. I'm going to make a huge contribution to a presidential candidate and buy myself a political appointment. Ted Baxter, United States Ambassador to Hawaii. This is the night, guys. The official opening of Ted Baxter's famous broadcaster school. I guess you guys are probably as excited as I am. Just think. Someday, there may be branches of Ted Baxter's famous broadcasting school all over the country. And this is the night when it all started.
Well, now you know how Colonel Sanders felt when he licked his first finger.
Oh, it's going to be a gay evening. But you don't have to dress formally unless you want to. You're going to be there, aren't you, Mayor?
Well, no, Ted, I'm not. I have a date. I promised Mrs. Morgenstern I'd go out with this guy, and he's only going to be in town tonight.
Murray?
No, I can't either, Ted. You see, I promised Marie I'd take her and the kids to dinner. We've had the reservation for weeks.
Lou?
I won't be there either, Ted.
Oh, Lou, why not?
Because the idea of going makes me sick to my stomach.
Well, as long as you've got a good excuse.
Newsroom. Just a minute. Ted, it's for you. It's the manager of the Regency Hotel.
Oh, thanks, Mayor. Hello, Ted Baxter here. What? Oh, well, Mr. Marsh will take care of that. Why don't you contact him? He's right there at the hotel. He did? Oh. Oh, I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot.
What was that about, Ted?
Seems Marsh didn't pay for the banquet room at the hotel. And he left late last night without paying his room bill. What do you think that means, Lou?
I think it means that Marsh is a con man who's taken a powder with the school's money and left you as the fall guy for the whole scheme.
What do you think it means, Murray?
I think Lou's right.
Mary?
I think Murray's right.
Lou?
Ted!
Well, I just don't think it'd take off like that. I mean, I've got faith in him.
How can you have faith in a guy who skipped town?
I've got to. I loaned him my car. Boy, I guess I really made a fool of myself taking in by a cheap con artist.
Ted, you should have known better than to trust a man whose business card lists aliases.
My mother was right. When I was just a kid, just starting out in school, she took me on her knee and she said to me, Ted, you're going to be a failure. Oh, Murray. Mary, what am I going to do? I mean, you got to help me. I mean, hundreds of people are going to be demanding their money back. I could get arrested. I could go to jail.
And it's not even a big enough crime to write a book about.
Don't worry, Ted. They're not going to put you in jail for something silly like conspiracy to commit fraud. Murray, I think you and I better talk to Mr. Grant.
Come in.
Mr. Grant, Ted really needs help.
I've known that for 10 years.
Come on, Lou. A thing like this could cause big trouble.
Look, I told Ted when he started up this whole business that he was strictly on his own.
But he's not on his own. Mr. Grant, we are all involved. Suppose tomorrow's headlines were to read, WJM anchorman jailed in broadcast swindle. What would your feelings be then?
Mixed. Maybe you're right, Mary.
Yeah, Lou?
How much will that hall for tonight cost?
$200.
Pay it, then you go there and tell those students what happened.
I don't have $200.
You haven't managed to save $200 on your salary?
Oh, you mean in the bank?
Ted, refund everyone's money.
What? What if 100 people signed up, Lou? At $300 apiece, that's $300. That's $30. $30,000, Lou.
It's either that or come up with the school, Ted.
You know something? I bet we could.
We could? We could what? Anything as long as it doesn't cost $30,000.
Come up with a school. You, Mr. Grant, Murray, me.
And if we all pitched in, I bet we could put on a show. Mary could make the costumes. Murray could write the script. And I'll ask my father to let us build a stage in the barn.
All right.
We can't run a school.
Maybe for only one night. Oh, we could look like a faculty. If it works, Ted would get an extra week before his next class to get somebody else to take over.
I don't know.
Oh, I could get someone in a week, Lou. Please. Please.
What time does this class start?
8:30.
We could put something together by then.
Yeah, Lou.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lou. I can't tell you how grateful I am. And if ever there's anything I can do for you, remember, all you have to do is ask.
Get out of my office.
You got it, Lou. Now we're even.
Oh, come on. We've been at this for an hour. How difficult can it be to come up with an orientation lecture?
Where are we so far?
Welcome, students.
Mary, we don't have much more time to come up with something.
I think we're looking too hard. I think it's right here in front of us. Now, we're all in broadcasting, right? And the class is about broadcasting. So all we have to do is tell the class how we do what we do.
That's terrific. Murray, of course you'll tell about writing. Mr. Grant can talk about what he does, budgets, scheduling.
I don't want to talk about budgets.
Well, that's what you do.
I know, but it's boring. I don't want to talk about budgets.
Yeah? I'm looking for a Mary Richards.
My date, I forgot. Tony, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come in, won't you, please? This was Lou Grant.
Lou?
In there, and Murray Slaughter.
Murray?
This is Tony...
Kramer.
Kramer.
Very nice
Nice to meet you. Oh, these are for you.
Thank you. Tony, I really have to apologize about tonight. Since I talked to you on the phone, something has come up, and I'm going to be busy for the next couple of hours.
Oh,
So,
well, that's all right. I've really got nothing else to do. I don't know anyone else in town, so if you don't mind, I could just wait around and we could go out to dinner afterwards.
Well, sure, if you don't mind.
Great. Do you like French food?
I don't know why I brought it up. I don't know how to talk about what I do. I don't know what I do. I just do it.
I like French food myself. That and Chinese are my favorites.
Budgets. Who wants to hear about budgets? I hate budgets, Mary.
Hi, guys.
Ted, where have you been? We're supposed to be there in 15 minutes.
Xeroxing.
Dad finished the school song. He wanted to run off enough so everyone could have their own copy.
Thought I'd open the class with it, you know. Give an up-tempo feel of the proceedings. Okay. Listen, everybody.
We have no gym and we have no pool, but we have heart at Ted Baxter's Famous Broadcaster School.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going through with this. Why, you? Because the whole idea is dumb and stupid and ridiculous, and I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Oh, boy, it's times like this when you find out who your real friends are. Okay, we don't need you. We'll do it without you.
That's fine with me.
Of course, if you like good wine, there's no sense going to a giant.
Right. Well, listen, if we're going to be there on time, everyone better leave.
Right, Mira. Lou, you sure you don't want to come with us?
No. I feel stupid trying to teach broadcasting to a lot of green kids.
Oh, come on, Mr. Grant. There must have been a time in your life when you were young and inexperienced.
Yeah?
Someone older and more experienced helped you,
Yeah?
showed you what to do and how to get started when you needed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, think of this as a way of paying back that.
All right, I'll do it for Shirley.
Do you like French movies?
Yes, I do. Very, very much. Excuse me. Is this the room where the Ted Baxter Famous Broadcaster School is supposed to meet?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Where are the other students?
Are you the teachers?
Yes. Yes, we are the faculty.
You're late. Class was supposed to start at 8:30. It's 8:40.
Well, you mean that everybody left because we're 10 minutes late?
Nobody left. Nobody was here to leave.
Come here.
What's up, Lou?
Ted, there's only one guy in your school.
You think the rest of them are out sick?
I think we can't teach a course to just one person.
I'll handle it. Look, kid. There's not going to be any school. As you can see, the turnout tonight is less than we expected. Now, Mr. Baxter here will refund all the money that you paid in full. Ted, write the man out a check.
But I don't want my money back. I paid for 10 weeks of school, and I want 10 weeks of school. I changed around a lot of plans to be here. When I leave here, I want to leave as a sports announcer.
Listen, let's be reasonable about this.
You wouldn't want to be the only student in the whole school. Who would you study with?
Who would you take to school dances?
You can understand how that wouldn't work, couldn't you?
No. All my life, I've been the understanding, nice guy. People push me around. I understand. When my parents gave my brother, Richard, piano lessons, my father took me aside and said we could only afford piano lessons for one of you, so we're going to give them to Richard. Understand? And I said, sure, Pa, I understand. And then when it came time for college, my father said we could only afford to send one of you, so we're going to send Richard. Understand? And I said, sure, Pa, I understand. And now you want me to take my money back and say I understand. Well, no deal. I don't understand. So start the class. Or you can all talk to my lawyer, Richard.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the first semester of the Ted Baxter Famous Broadcaster School.
I want now, if I may, to introduce the members of the TBFBS faculty. On my far right is Lou Grant, the executive producer of the WJM 6 o'clock news. Please hold your applause until everyone's been introduced. Next to him is Mary Richards, producer of the WJM 6 o'clock news. And next to her is Murray Slaughter, head writer for that same news show. And, of course, that's Georgette. She's my chick, so I like to have her around. And last but not least, well, yes, as a matter of fact, he is least. What's your name again, fella?
Tony Kramer from New York.
She's Mary's date for the evening. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this will be an ambitious program of intensified study in the many and varied aspects of broadcasting. I think I see a hand out there. The gentleman in the plaid jacket, would you please stand up?
What's the passing grade for this course?
The passing grade. Lou, you want to field that one?
We'll probably go by a class average.
Is that plotted on a normal bell curve?
Plotted on anything you like.
Thank you.
Now, as I was saying, each of you will have the opportunity to find his or her niche in this glamorous field. Yes.
What about Christmas?
Hurry!
What about Christmas? Do we get off? And for how long?
Well, Christmas is not for 6 months. The course will be over by then.
Okay, I just want to check these things out.
You'll all have the chance to see and hear and experience communication firsthand. You.
Is this the entire faculty?
Mary?
No, we are just the department heads. Who is this person? What are you doing?
Yes, during the next 10 weeks, you'll work long and hard. You'll all know you're ready to enter the wonderful world of broadcasting when you finish. At the end, there will be a graduation ceremony. And I have high hopes of getting Eric Severide to be here personally to congratulate you. Now, before we continue, let me just mention that immediately following this orientation class, coffee and cake will be served, and we can break up into smaller groups so that we can get to know each
And so in the weeks ahead, we'll discuss such topics as on-the-spot reporting, libel laws in broadcasting, program logs, and the anchorman in these changing times. Thank you. No, don't.
That was Mary Richards, our Dean of Women. So in conclusion, let me just say this. Tonight, you have taken the first step on that long but exciting journey to being a broadcaster. Work hard, study hard, and remember,
শুনেন কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন
বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বে
সমস্যা থেকে
ওই দিনকার তোরে হাত খরচের লেগা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিলাম। আবার টাকা টাকা কি গাছে ধরে?
আব্বাজান আপনি তো কত টাকাই কামান, 5,000 টাকা দিলে আপনার কি হয়? আমি আপনার একমাত্র আমার মাইয়া, তো আমার পিছনে খরচ করবেন না, কার পিছনে করবেন? আমার একটা কুর্তি পছন্দ হয়েছে, ওই কুর্তি আমি কিনতে চাই।
কুর্তি মূর্তি লেহেঙ্গা ওড়না এসব দিয়ে তো ঘর বইরে গেছে, হাঁটুনের বি জায়গা নাই। মন চায় তোর এগুলা নাইজেরিয়া বুলগেরিয়া আর উগান্ডায় পাঠাইয়া দিই। আচ্ছা এত কিছু কিনার দরকার নাকি?
কি করতেছেন আব্বা? একটা শখ করছি, শখের দাম লাখ টাকা। শখ যদি না মিটে তাহলে এই জীবন রেখা লাভ কি? আপনি যদি আমার টাকা না দিচ্ছেন তাহলে কিন্তু আমি কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে নাম লেখা ফেলাম।
আচ্ছা ব্লেড দিয়ে এই কুর্তির লেগে হাত কাটানোর দরকার নাই, আমি বাইরে যাওয়ানোর সময় তোর টাকা দিয়ে যাব।
থ্যাংক ইউ আব্বা।
আচ্ছা লাইলি, তুমি এরকম প্রতিদিন কোনো পড়াই কমপ্লিট করছো না, আমি কিন্তু তোমাকে আর পড়াতে আসবো না।
আসেন না, আপনার ক্যাটাই গোছাইতে আমি কইছি
শেষ পর্যন্ত তোমার বাবার কাছে আমাকে কমপ্লেন করতে হবে।
আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করবেন?
পড়াশোনা করছো না, বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না? অবশ্যই করবো।
ঠিক আছে, আপনি যান, আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করেন, এদিকে আমি ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে আপনার হাতের নাম লেখা রাখবো এখান দিয়ে।
দেখো এইবার না হয় আমি তোমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না, কিন্তু তুমি যদি পরীক্ষায় ডাব্বা মারো তাহলে তো আবার আমি শেষ।
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন, মাগের এরকম আতকা মায়া মনের সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ, বললাইছো শেষবার মতো চুল দাঁড়িয়ে আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে।
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়ব। সরেন।
আরে ভাই নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি সমস্যা? যাইতে দিছো না কেন?
সমস্যা আমার না আপনার। আপনি মানুষ না খুনি? মানে বোঝেন না? কালকে কি করছেন? কাচির লগে কি মিলাচ্ছেন? পেট খারাপের ওষুধ।
দেখো এখন কিন্তু বাড়াবাড়ি হইতেছে। তোমরা কাচ্চি খাইতে চাইছো, আমি খাওয়াইছি ব্যাস। কারণ কারো যদি পেট পাতলা হয়ে যায়, কেউ যদি হজম করতে না পারে, সেটা তো তার সমস্যা, আমার না।
বাড়াবাড়ি আমরা করছি না আপনারা করছেন? মানে ইচ্ছে করে আপনারা খান নাই কালকে, তাই না? যাতে আমার লগে প্রতিশোধ নিতে পারেন।
আর যদি নিতে চাই সেটা কি দোষ? 3-3বার ঘুরি চ্যাম্পিয়ন আমি, তোমার কারণে আমার হারতে হয়েছে।
হারছেন তো কি ইচ্ছে? মাঝে মাঝে কিছু জিতবার লাগা কিছু হারতে হয়।
এই তোমার কাছে হাইরা আমি কি জিতছি? হ্যাঁ
আমারই জিতছেন, আমার মন জিতছেন।
এই দেখো তুমি আমার আবার কোনো কিছু তো ফাঁসে দিচ্ছ, আমি বুঝছি। এইসব ফান্দে আমি পা দিতেছি না, প্লিজ।
আমি আপনারে ফাঁসাই নাই, আপনি আমারে ফাঁসাইছেন। আমি তো আপনার প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি ফ্রি মাস্টার। আপনি আমার মারবেন, মারেন, কাটতেও ফেলান, কিন্তু আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি, এটাই সাইন্স।
হ্যাঁ এর জন্যই তো সায়েন্সে মারো ডাব্বা।
যতই অপমান করেন, শাদি তো আপনার আমার লগে হইব।
তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শাদি দূরে থাক, প্রেম পর্যন্ত করতে রাজি নাই আমি। আর এইসব ব্লেড ফেড দিয়ে কোনো কাজ হবে না, আমি ভয় পাই না আর।
দেখো চন্দ্র তুমি কি করো।
Mày
Mày viết kiểu gì hả? Tôi viết kiểu sự bình chỉ linh nhé. Kia na cầm kiếm này. Và cái đai máu này. Kia na cầm kiếm này. Rồi. Thằng lấy đâu? Thằng lấy rồi. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Tranh mày tranh với tao. Nhiều đi quá ta. 233 vòng. Mình bắt đầu bây giờ. Để báo mà. Mày cũng chưa đi 30% hả? 20% kiếp quỷ à? 100 không? 110 à? Kêu tầm lắm. Đúng không? Để được năng bay cho mình. Cái mình lại mày người vào nè rồi chút tồn tại wow một tỷ lắm 50 rồi khoảng là bao nhiêu nhỉ? 240 à? 5 thì bỏ 250. Đủ. Mày được không? Mày ghê 250 mũ năm nay của ông thầy 29 này 22 và 6 17 8 9 5 6 7 8 9 3 5 6 6 3 7 40 à? 98 à? 98 này phải bay một phân rồi.
ইসরায়েলি আগ্রাসন বহু মায়ের বুক খালি করেছে, রেহাই পায়নি সদ্যজাত শিশুও। চলমান সহিংসতায় প্রায় অর্ধশত শিশুর ঠিকানা হয়েছে কবর। হাসপাতালগুলোর দৃশ্য আরো মর্মান্তিক। মৃত্যুর মিছিল দীর্ঘ হতে থাকায় স্বজনহারাদের আহাজারিতে ভারী হয়ে উঠেছে বাতাস। আর আহতদের মধ্যে মৃত্যুর সঙ্গে লড়াই করছেন যারা, তাদের আর
কি বেরহম, নির্লজ্জ, বেহায়া জালেমগুলো হাসপাতাল পর্যন্ত রেহাই দিচ্ছে না।
কিছুই করার নাই গো কাকা।
কিচ্ছু করার নাই?
কি আর করার থাকবো কন? দুর্বলের মায়ের খাওয়াটাই নিয়তি। দুর্বলের পাশে কেউ থাকে না গো কাকা।
হ্যাঁ ফজলে মিয়া, ভালোই বলছো তুমি। দেখো না সারা বিশ্ব কেমন একদম চুপচাপ নিশ্চুপ হয়ে আছে।
সবই সার্থক কাকা, যে যার ধান্দায় আছে।
9 10 11 12 মোট 12টা আছে না?
বিকালের মধ্যে পাবো তো?
সন্ধ্যার দিকে আসেন,
লেট করেন না কিন্তু।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লেট হইব না।
নতুন নাকি?
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
হ্যাঁ নতুন, কয়দিন ধরে আসছে। নাও সন্ধ্যার মধ্যে ভালো করে রাখো।
হ্যাঁ
তাড়াতাড়ি আসো, বসে আছে তোমার জন্য।
আইতেছি। কি রে বাপ, খিদা লাগলে খায়া ফেলবি, আমার লাগে বয়া থাকবি না।
কত কথা শুনে। দেখি তোমার প্লেটটা দাও।
আরে ডিম ভাজি রে,
তুমি নিলে না?
আমি পরে খাবো।
পরে আর কি খাবা?
আমি সবজি দিয়ে খাবো না, আমি ডিম দিয়ে খাবো।
কেন বাপ, সবজি খাবি না কেন? সবজি না খাইলে বড় হবি না, বুদ্ধি হইব না।
হ্যাঁ কর, মুখ খুলে না দেখছো? আর স্কুলে ভর্তি করাই দেওয়া দরকার না?
হ্যাঁ, দেওয়া তো দরকার। তো মাত্র ঢাকা শহরে এলাম, স্কুলে ভর্তি করালে তো একটু টাকা পয়সা খরচ হবো, টাকা পয়সা জোগাড় যন্ত্র করতে হবে না?
সামনে একটা স্কুল আছে, আমি গেছিলাম, আমার মনে হলো যে ওখানে খুব একটা খরচপাতি লাগবো না, ভর্তি করাই দিই। আরে
ঠিকঠাক মতো খোঁজ নিছো? মানে ভালো হইব?
ভালোই তো মনে হইল।
দেখো তুমি যেটা ভালো মনে করো।
সারাদিন তো টোটো করে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, কই কই যায়, কাগো লগে মিশে, কিছুই তো জানি না, আর এখানে তো কারো চিনিও না।
কি রে বাপ, ঢাকা শহরে এসেই দেখি বন্ধু পাতায় ফেলছিস, তা একটু পড়াশোনা করতে হইব না? হ্যাঁ, করতে হইব তো। এই যে তোর পুরান স্কুলের যে বইগুলো আছে, ওইগুলো নিয়েও তো একটু বসতে পারস না?
জিগাও তো পড়ে কিনা?
আমি পড়ি তো।
আবার মিছে কথা থাবর তুমি।
থাক, তুই এখন খা, আজকে আমি তোরে নিয়ে পড়তে পাবো, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ কর, মুখটা খুলে না। হ্যাঁ কর, বাহ, পানি নিয়ে আসতে।
এটা হইতেছে কাজের আনন্দ, নবকৃষ্ণ ভট্টাচার্য। মৌমাছি মৌমাছি কোথায় যাও নাচি নাচি, দাঁড়াও না একবার ভাই। কি এখনই ঘুমাস কেন? একটু পর। ওই ফুল ফোটে বনে, যায় মধু আহরণে, দাঁড়াবার সময় তো নাই। এত হাই তুলতেছিস কেন?
বাকিটা কালকে পড়ি।
কালকে পড়বি?
পড়তে বলেই ঘুমাহে না?
আমি অনেক পড়ছি।
আবার
কই দে, পেন্সিল দে, আমি তোর এই শব্দ অর্থগুলো লিখে দেই, এগুলা মুখস্থ করবি।
তুমি দোকানে যাইবা না?
যাবো তো, আর একটু এগুলা দেখা দিয়ে যাই, এগুলা তোর বাসার কাজ, ঠিক আছে? এগুলো মুখস্থ করবি। যে আহরণ মানে হইতেছে সংগ্রহ করা। আহরণ মানে কি?
সংগ্রহ করা।
সংগ্রহ করা। তারপরে হইছে
Pai, Kun, Sarkazi, Chichigai. Pai, oh. Pai đều. Bay không? Bay không? Bay không? Không rồi. Rồi. Bao nhiêu phút đây? 00335. Không mất tích. Chia núp quay không cái khung nào núp vậy con tàu. Ê, cái con này họ chấm mà mấy con bằng kia là họ chấm hết, chẳng biết là bao nhiêu cái wow, cái quay tài là lúc đó mới được và cái này rồi đi như vậy đây mình ngủ đắp thì làm sao vậy? Xuân tao mày xuân tao mày thích làm hỏng cho mình không? Lợn này xiềng vang gối trang bị cả sọc rồi tôi định tôi chơi tính Timor, đánh con bài Timor bút sẽ kêu Timor quá cay xa nhá, nhưng mà có ấn độ được để dành Timor số tăng được. Ai à, ngon. Yes, đây là ghép với cái đỡ đau rồi xoay lưng xoay xa thì không giống là đau hai là đau ba là đau nữa ba là đau hai cái bệnh vẫn mãi Toán chỉ cái bài nước anh phải để cho tự bay
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা খালি বাসা পুরা খালি খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই তুমি আর আমি
শুধু তুমি আর আমি
একা
একা
কত বড় সাহস তোর হ্যাঁ তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি বাসায় আমার কথা বলো বিয়ের কথা বলো সিরিয়াস হও
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায় মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো হ্যাঁ আরে কি হয়েছে
না আমি আর বসে থাকতে পারবো না এতক্ষণ ধরে রিকশায় বসে থেকে আমার ব্যাক পেন করতেছে
কোথায় দেখি
দেখতে হবে না আমি আর
আচ্ছা আশ্চর্য ব্যাপার তোমার ব্যাক পেন হয়েছে তুমি আমাকে পার্সোনালি বলবা সেই জায়গায় তুমি রিকশাওয়ালার সামনে বলছো ব্যাপারটা কেমন না তো কি হয়েছে দেখি
দেখতে হবে না আমি বাসায় যাবো আমার বাসার সামনে দিয়ে আসো
বাসায় যাওয়া মানে কি আমরা বের হয়েছি কতক্ষণ বেবি আমরা অল্প কতক্ষণ হয়েছে মাত্র 2 ঘন্টা হয়েছে আমরা বের হয়েছি আজকে আমরা সারাদিন ঘুরবো খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো তারপর হচ্ছে মন্টুদের বাসায় যাব তারপরে আমরা যা হওয়ার তা করবো মানে বাসায় যাবো আর কি আবার
মন্টুর বাসায় কেন
ও ওই যে আসলে হয়েছে কি ওই যে মন্টুদের ম্যাচের মধ্যে আজকে বিরাট আয়োজনে খাওয়া দাওয়ার ব্যবস্থা করা হয়েছে বুঝছো আমাকে বললো যে হ্যাঁ তুই আসিস এখন আমি তো একা যেতে পারি না তুমি ছাড়া আমি কীভাবে যাবো বলো
তাই তো খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো আর কি করবো
তারপর ধরো ওই যে মানে একটু বসলাম আড্ডা দিলাম গল্প করলাম থাকে না এই আর কি
হ্যাঁ খাওয়া দাওয়া করবো আড্ডা দিব বিশ্রাম নিব বাট তুমি আমাকে কি বলছিলা জানো
কি
মন্টুরা ট্যুরে গেছে বান্দরবন তোমারও যাওয়ার কথা ছিল কিন্তু যেহেতু তুমি আমার সাথে দেখা করবা আমাদের একটা ডেটের প্ল্যান হয়েছে দ্যাটস ওয়াই তুমি যাইতে পারো নাই এখন আমার মন্টুর বাসায় দাওয়াতটা বুঝলাম
না বলছিলাম না আসলে মানে আমি না ভুলে যাই সবকিছু বুঝছো মানে তুমি সামনে থাকার পর না আমি সবকিছু আউলাইয়া যাই মনে থাকে না একটা আর কি হ্যাঁ আর তুমিও পিছলাই যাও হ্যাঁ না না কিছু বলি না কি বলবো কিন্তু মানে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে কি আমার না একটা জিনিস নিয়ে খুব মন খারাপ হচ্ছে মানে স্ট্রবেরিটার কথা শুনে না খুব মন খারাপ হইতেছে
কি
মানে মানে স্ট্রবেরি যে
স্ট্রবেরি কি
চকলেট মানে তোমার জন্য চকলেট বলতে ললিপপ তোমার জন্য দুটো মানে স্ট্রবেরি ফ্লেভারের চকলেট আনছিলাম তো ওগুলোর কথা না খুব মনে পড়ছিল মানে
থ্যাংক ইউ
ওয়েলকাম
শোনো এসব ভাওতাবাজি বাদ দিয়ে কাজের কাজ করো বাসায় আমার কথা বলো বিয়ের কথা বলো সিরিয়াস হও
তুমি তো জানো আমার বাসার অবস্থা কি এমন ভাই যেন পৃথিবীতে কারো ফ্যামিলি যেন না জন্মায় মানে ওর জন্য আমি কিছুই হচ্ছে না ও ফেল করে আর বিয়েটা হচ্ছে না ফেল করতেছে আর হচ্ছে বিয়ে পিছাইতেছে কিন্তু আমার লাইফটা কোথায় যাইতেছে সেটা তো কেউ চিন্তা করতেছে না ও তো সেই ব্যাপারে কোনো টেনশনই নাই আমি যে তোমাকে কত ভালোবাসি এটা কি ওকে আমি বলতে বুঝাইতে পারতেছি বলো হ্যাঁ
অনেক প্রবলেম না
খুব প্রবলেম
আমার কাছে একটা সলিউশন আছে
কি সলিউশন
চলো আমরা পালাই বিয়ে করে ফেলি দেখো তোমার বাসায় প্রবলেম আছে আমার বাসায় অনেক প্রবলেম আছে বাট আই এম সিরিয়াস এসব বাসার প্রবলেম এত পাত্তা দিলে চলবে না পালাই বিয়ে করে ফেলি
বেবি তোমাকে আমি এই কারণে এত লাভ করি তোমার ইন্টেলেকচুয়াল হাইট এত বেশি যে কোন দিন জানি তোমার সাথে থাকতে থাকতে আমার হাইটটাও 6 গিয়ে পৌঁছে যাবে
6 কি ফিট ইঞ্চ নাকি সেন্টিমিটার
না না ফিটই তো ফিট
ও মন্টু বাসায় নেই তাই না
না না বাসায় নাই তো
তাহলে মন্টুর বাসায় আমরা যাবো কিভাবে
কারণ চাবি আছে তো আমার পকেটে
চাবি
হ্যাঁ
মন্টুর বাসা ফাঁকা খালি বাসা
পুরা খালি
খাওয়া দাওয়া নাই তুমি আর আমি
শুধু তুমি আর আমি
একা
একা
কত বড় সাহস তোর হ্যাঁ তুই সাহস পাইলি কিভাবে আমার নিয়ে খালি বাসায় যাবি তুই কি মনে করছস আমাকে বলবি যে চলো আমরা খালি বাসায় যাই তোর সাথে আমি ফুরফুর করে চলে যাব
ঠিক আছে না গেলে তো আর কিছু করার নাই
পিছলাইতেছ না আসলে তুমি না আমাকে নিয়ে সিরিয়াস কিনা আমি সেটাই বুঝি না আমি বাসায় একা একাই যাচ্ছি আর তোরে ললিপপ তুই খা
বেবি বেবি ললিপপ
hai trăm láp Win perfect silent giống em chợ suy nghĩ phía trước cho ngay có tài hiệu 210 láp 12 tỷ 2 triệu một lần có chờ nhầm ôi không còn 100 để bớt 6 15 phần lại sử dụng binh chi linh ấy bay một chi linh điên chương 8 này làm chi một cây đai máu nữa sử dụng làm cái giáp máu à đây hả một bên anh không muốn em nghĩ phải đấy nhưng mà xếp sai bên khác xếp bên là thắng đấy chị ạ đấy đúng là 2 mạng nữa chỉ cái này 33 triệu start rồi tiền cái chứ ngon vừa lên 8 đất và 8 điểm gì có ra xét này không muốn đâu cái này cho nó đi ra sinh ra rồi con này tôi xếp tiền lên 30 tiền nữa nhanh không cái là xong giao chim rồi đủ tiền hoặc cái thằng nhảy đá gì đó cũng quên ra được nó lại quay nhiều lên ngoài mắt ngoài thành là thầm trong mắt rồi có nguy không anh em tôi lấy cái nguy sao mà lắm mắt người tôi sao người xuống và lắp con sinh ra và xong là 57 nghìn sinh viên con thì có ăn đâu còn bà sinh viên cũng xanh rồi quỷ à mới thua thì ai cái đánh hay đấy
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইট একটু বাড়বো তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো শুন আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর বিয়েটা কর আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর
ও আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না তাহলে কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস এই আসো বড় এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসা কেউ মারা গেছে কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাটতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করে 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। আচ্ছা, দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে টিয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে এটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইট একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আচ্ছা,
Tại nhà thầy chữ đi mẹ thằng Choao. Ai à? Rồi sao ta? Ông Vũ rồi ông mày không? Chắc là mày rồi. Mua cái gì mua Nicho. Mua Nicho đi quá ta. Em mua cái gì? Đi mua đi xong mất trả tiền. Từ qua giờ anh thấy nó toàn là thằng này các anh em một trực tiếp rồi. Ông bộ thì mai là check viết lại là thấy đang giống sói đúng không? Mày đi. Ra rồi kìa. Người ta có lòng trọng với cái số phát của nhót nhìn lên là xong. Tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tao nhớ nghe rồi. Mà tao tắt từ đâu? Tao ấn tao nhớ đến nghe gì? Đây là 36 à? Ai vào? Nó không tắt à? Không tắt à? Tao từ này được không? Tắt à? Tắt chân của nó được. Đánh xong quá này. Để cài, để ao trên người xuống cài và Discord xong. Phải có xịn mới giả được cái rồi. biết cách trong tình rồi. Tôi nhớ tin nhắn rồi, đúng rồi. Thế thôi không kéo cái mà tin nhắn mà kéo lên thì tin nhắn rồi, tin nhắn là cái đấy nó từng mất luôn này. Livestream này, không chỉ livestream tắt rồi. Đàn nhung lục lôi tay trước này, chắc gào nhưng mà mạnh. Có một bài chỉ tay trước là vui tất cả luôn. Xem lúa vào hết cả hai cái bài xếp luôn, cả bài xếp luôn, cả hai luôn. Vào cả hai cái bài xếp, hai cái bài xếp luôn. Chuẩn em rồi. Tập lưng cứ răng một cái máy thôi, hai cái máy kéo ngang kéo dọc xong. Gì im. Ông kia bảo Tuấn là chỉ biết ngồi chơi game. Caloa ơi, duy trì căn bằng caloa. Đâu mày muốn thêm chất gì thì mày phải xem chất các thứ cơ, xem đồ ăn các thứ cơ. Đâu không thì cân đủ caloa được. Ăn cái gì được không phải ăn cái gì cũng được để nó vân vặt, nhưng mà phải lượng calo đấy trong ngày thôi, đừng ăn quá ăn. Cái là quá giới hạn không, ăn cái gì cũng được mà thế là phải được thôi. Đây thì người ta quay pet vào tuần của anh, pet của anh chi liền sức. Treo rồi à? Treo rồi à? Không à? Không. Có phép đánh này, có phép đánh như vượn này, phép chạy như nhảy linh tinh này. Phép nó nhảy thẳng lên. Với cả lúc mày kéo cam ra xa xa ấy, cái tiền đấy nó che hết thằng nhân vật rồi. Đó. Quay ra đấy và tao đây tao quay. mà mình sẽ còn tầm một nửa, tao còn một nửa. Cũng sắp xong rồi. 100. Xong được mà. Tuần 2 tuần thừa. Mấy lần mà tao chỉ quay 5 ngày nhưng cũng đâu đừng nghe mà tao cũng lừa ít quay. Cũng đã lừa mất mấy ngày. Lâu ngày hôm nay 10 tiếng, hồi trước là thế đấy, kia đợt trước làm mỗi ngày 10 tiếng đấy. Có đợt mà treo cái Autify chứ buổi ngoái rồi, tao tận Autify. Nhưng mà bữa nhỉ, cả không mấy ông anh ấy đang làm xong thì có thằng người đánh game nó anh game bữa cái đó gì thế là không phải biết bắt bẻ công ty nó cũng bữa ấy. Sao nói gì khổ anh khổ. Mọi người chơi còn anh không chơi, người chơi không ai không biết và anh không chơi. Yes. Anh mà phỏng vấn đứa nào hỏi anh thế bảo là thái độ làm việc của phòng anh như good. Yes. Kinh vậy chào. Tôi muốn cục vô. Đây lại của tôi nhất xong rồi xả luôn. Tôi đánh này. Thằng nào càng nhiều nắm càng nhiều phần trăm càng to. Bây giờ có một thằng chưa đâu một thằng của đông môn nó bán hết đi chú Hoàng làm tiếng thôi. Đồ cái này đấy rồi làm quá, giờ phải cỡ người đấy.